Welcome all. Another edition of the Stretch Run. Happy Friday. Happy New Year. It's a pleasure to be here with you all. I'm your host, Justin Sampson. I got my co-host here, my good buddy Oldy. Oldy, how you doing? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to chat. I'm glad everybody's here. How you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good. Can't complain. I'm here doing a show about horse racing instead of, not doing a show about horse racing and doing actual work. So can't really complain.
So you just told me we can't spend too much time here, but I hope everybody on EquinEdge bet frozen solid in race 3. That's wild. Ended up getting 5-1 on this horse, 42% to win. EquinEdge had it at 7-2. EquinEdge long shot, price play. You told me there's been a bunch of bombs. I've been working all morning, but I hope a lot of people hit this horse. That's a total system horse. So did the horse win easy, Oldie, or how did it go?
I wouldn't call it easy, but you knew around the turn, you could see by the way the jockey was sitting that he had horse. It's one of those things where you're either yelling at him to ride his horse or he has horse because he's not riding the horse hard coming around the turn, and just got in position around the turn and was powered through to win the race.
Cindy hammered the 2 in the first race. Good for you. Oldie told me $50 horse on the pace. Like, I think you would have to, the rail's only at 28 feet. So I don't know if it's still playing to speed, but I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm guessing that horse was, and probably, did this horse just go gate to wire?
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah. Wow. All right. We don't have a lot of time though, so let's jump in. And we got Santa Anita, maybe a little bit of Laura Oldie. I didn't put a pick 5, but I did look at some races, and then we'll do Golden Gate on top of Gulfstream once they get going. But why don't you kick us off for your pick 5? We did single the same horse, so I hope we both get through. But you're 3, 5, 8, 9, 10 in the first. Anything that you loved here in race 5? I do think the 3 is really dangerous.
I think the 3 at 10% as a first-time starter is dangerous here. 60 GSR as well, so good GSR. I also really like the 10, top GSR, 18%, second pick. This horse looks really dangerous to me. I think look at the 20-point drop in GSR when it went to synthetic. It's coming back to grass, and they thought enough of this horse to put it in a maiden special weight at Kentucky Downs. So I think that horse is really dangerous here as well.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't have, I just said toss to the synthetic on the 10. I think we have for sure a little bit similar tickets. Yeah. You're a little more spread in the last, but I was the same here, 3, 5, 8, 9, 10. You and I were chatting real quick. I was struggling, do I spread more here in the first race? I ended up doing it. I originally was only 3, 5, 10. So those would be who I like best here in the first race. I think the 3, nothing but pumps, very dangerous, good on the work reports. Also that EquinEdge long shot, also a first-time starter, getting 18-1. I'll for sure be betting this horse and probably some exactas as well. And might even play a small pick 3 and single this horse. I like to do that. Single here. If I'm going to bet a horse to win, I'll single it here and might spread here in the next 2 legs. But I'm with you here. Let's jump to, we only got 6 minutes. Let's jump to leg 2. You're 1, 3, 4.
Yeah, and I was very close to singling the 4 here. But, this would have been my backup single. The 4 and the 3 competed on November 19th in the same race, which was a stakes race, the juvenile, and the 4 won the race but was DQ'd to 5th. The 3 finished 3rd and was DQ'd to 2nd, or moved up to 2nd as part of that DQ. But so pretty equal. It was only a 1 length difference. I think the 4 is slightly better than the 3, but there's no reason the 3 can't turn the tables here with a little less speed, and it looks like there, with the scratch of the 7, there is a little less speed here. And then I think the 1, the workout report was really strong on the 1. You see the 1 can rate, and 1 easily at a 52. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that moving up to a 58, that this horse still has enough in the tank to get by here.
Yeah. I'll go. We got 5 minutes. I originally tossed the 1 when the 7 was in the race. I added it back, and this is going to be potentially lone speed on the synthetic, which these horses don't win often. But when they're lone speed, and you have Jaramillo, and that, I like him when he's either on the lead or very close. Like, I had to add this horse back. I am with you on the 4, in the 3. So, you know, I'm 1, 3, 4. I added the 5 here, who it is that EquinEdge long shot. This horse, Captain Anthony, does get off the rail from the last race. You know, 1 in a 40, and then ended up, you know, being fractious. And I didn't get a chance to watch any of this, so I'm forgiving both these races. You know, I didn't think it was just a super strong stay bred allowance, and thought that, you know, being the long shot, that I would add here. So,
Makes sense.
Let's go to leg 3. You're at 178. I tossed the favorite here, which is a little bit scary. This horse is loved by the morning line. I didn't love the win percent, and you know, the GSR decrease was the thing that scared me. This horse could win though, but tell me your thoughts here on the 7 as well as the 1 and 8.
Yeah, so I had similar thoughts to you on that. I was going to toss the 7, but I then remembered that a lot of times in the US, these horses just aren't running as often on synthetic. And if you look at the synthetic tab overall, even though this race is, I'm sorry, on the dirt tab, I don't know why I did that, but on the dirt tab, this horse is a 70 on the dirt. And you have the 4.5 that's in there. You have the 6.5. So this looked like like it could just be a lack of attempts, that there was weighting that number down. You know, maybe a smaller sample size, because, you know, this horse is almost as good of a dirt horse as it is a turf or synthetic horse overall.
Yeah, my comment there, and then I'll let you, you know, if you want to chat anything else, was, you know, it's the lowest number. And I do worry this horse might duel, and, you know, on going that short. So I'm like, why is the GSR so low on such a short sprint race? And, you know, I don't love the 5 at all, but I think that this horse really could potentially mess with the 7 being on the inside. So,
yeah. No, and I don't know that the 7 needs the lead. We'll see. But if that's the case, I think either the 1 or the 8 will pick up the pieces. I like the works on the 1. I'm sorry, on the 8 and the 1. And the 1's taking a big drop here.
So I am going to give away, Oldie. I think we got 2 tickets today. I will. To be honest with you, just literally remembered that I need to punch my ticket in. That would have been really bad. So I'm gonna comment one more thing, then we're gonna jump to the next leg, and I'm gonna put my ticket in. You know, I spread here a little bit. EquinEdge long shot, I think, is dangerous. You know, is only 3%, but gets an increase in GSR at 22. I thought that was really interesting. You know, you have a first time starter in the 8, Sugar Sin, you know, your second pick, you know, kind of have to use, you had, and then also had the 1. But we both singled the 4. So why don't you talk about the single, and then I'm going to put this ticket in.
I was going to say, well, you put your ticket in. All right. So the 4 here that we both singled is 46%. So top percentage in the sequence, top pace, right in the range of SOR for this race. If you drill into it, you know, can rate, so doesn't need the lead, even though it's top pace, has great workouts. Bill Mott with Junior Alvarado, they're a high percentage combo. That this is pretty much the regular rider for Bill Mott at Gulfstream. So, you know, that was for me, you know, adding in all those factors together, plus the 4 is top GSR as well, were why I went to single hair. That, and my second choice was the 1 and the 1 scratch. And with the scratch of the 1, I felt pretty comfortable with that single. I feel like the 8 is going to get the lead, and the 8's going to stop because that's what the 8 does. And pretty much recently, if there's any other speed there, the 8 stops. So that was kind of my thinking on that, Justin.
Yeah, I mean, very similar. I just didn't like a lot of these other horses. And this horse is working well. Morning Line likes it. Win percent likes it. I mean, basically every metric on the system. This horse has top pace, top win, top GSR, top EquinEdge pick. Has Alvarado for Mott. Morning Line likes it more, and this horse is going to take money. So I don't necessarily like singling, there, but singling chalk. I a lot of times don't like to single chalk, but it made sense. So we have, maybe a little bit of time. We'll probably have to do the giveaway after. So, because I think we'll have to watch the race, but you're 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 in the last. Anything that I thought the 3 was really interesting from a absolute bomb perspective at 11%. I think Saez and Jaramillo are going to be on the lead here, going to be dangerous sprinting. But any other thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the same thing. At 11% at 20 to 1, you can't cut that horse. But my personal feeling was I did not really like any of these horses. It's very much like the first race 5 at Laurel, where I could just not find anything I liked.
I don't disagree with you on that perspective. The only thing I thought is you could find some angles here, whether I have enough horses, who knows? Because I am only 1, 3, 6, 10 in the last, the EquinEdge picks, and then obviously the 3. So they're on the turf course though, loading. We can turn it. I'm guessing Pete's announcing. I haven't even listened to a race today, but we'll turn it over as long as he's there.
The horse is at the gate. It's now post time.
Hey, chat and Oldy, can you hear okay?
$50,000 expected in the late pick 5 by the time
good today.
Closes. We're at 213 and climbing. In the line goes the lukewarm favorite, Lady Hamilton.
Justin, that's amazing. I love hearing that.
3 to 1 respect.
I wish
for number
you
8.
were alive in the pick 5. I'm assuming you're not, else you would have told us.
7 to 2 on Replenish.
He likes the 7 here, who's 40 to 1. By the
3
way.
more waiting for Iron Lotus, Hot Mission, then Gray Princess.
Lexi, I heard, and I didn't even get a chance to play it because I was on meetings all morning back to back, and it's just been crazy morning today. But kudos to you because you pointed that out, Lexi. I appreciate that. The system, those are the horses I love to single like that, though, because you get so much value. I just try to trust the system. It's not going to work every time, but.
Well, and I would say if you have something you see or something you like and you want to point out to us, bring it to us on Twitter, bring it to us in a chat. We'll definitely play along and highlight with you.
Yeah, for sure. Morning, Mike. I guess not morning anymore. Well, it's still morning here. It's only 11 a.m., but.
Just waiting for the outside horse, Gray Princess. She's ready.
I hope the 3 runs here.
5.
Me too. Am I seeing that right? 22 to 1 on the 3?
They're off.
Didn't break.
Slow starts for both battling bubbles and nothing but pumps. Quick break.
9 didn't break either.
Headed off for the early advantage. She has company from Defender Gal, who holds rail position, although she's not cornering at all. Defender Gal floats Lady Hamilton out to about the 8th path, and that did Gray Princess no favors as she was on their outside. So inheriting the lead, Paca Lopez and American Odalist now in front 3 parts of length. Iron Lotus is second. Gray Princess, who was floated way out the center, is now 3 wide in third. Lady Hamilton inconvenienced around the turn as well, but she's now right at the course and races from 4th. Kindness is Free is in 5th. Up to 6th goes Love Mommy Love. Outside and Hot Mission, then it's Replenish. Apple Lover is with them. It's a gap of another 3 to nothing but pumps, and after a pretty rough run around the first turn, Defender Gal is at the back of the field. make their way past the opening quarter in 24 seconds. The half mile was 48-2. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Iron Lotus is kicked on with it here. She leads
Cindy's Bomber 7
far
is
outside.
running.
Love Mommy Love. 3 wide. Lady Hamilton. 2-path. Gray Princess working into the clear. Kindness and Free. Replenishers drop back with an inside lane. That's Apple Lover, and they're at the top of the stretch.
7 gonna win, man.
Mommy Love. She's 45-1.
Oh, maybe
and
not.
giving Lady Hamilton all she wants. Lady
I hope you have that win place showed or an exacta there. And the 9's going to finish third.
Corner, but Lady Hamilton had other ideas, and Lady Hamilton will prove much the best. Geared down by Zayas.
So I'm curious though, is this horse? I didn't really see a ton of what happened on the churn, but that horse was that the horse that pushed everybody out?
No, that was the horse that got taken out.
Oh, the 5 got taken out.
Yes.
Oh, so 5 was just much the best. But
yeah.
Cindy, yeah, that is a boom. That like great run by the 7. That horse had a good work report though. Like Oldy, I saw that. But Cindy, good call on the 7. Just didn't have enough there. Cindy's on fire. That's amazing. Okay. Let me give this ticket away real quick since we made it through. I want to make sure I do that. And then we will I have our schedule up, Oldy. We're going to talk we have Golden Gate before Santa Anita, right? So we'll talk Golden Gate before the next race at Gulfstream Park. But let's give this ticket away real quick. I have to grab, you guys can't see probably the video because I have to grab something real quick. So hold on. All right. So 3 people. We'll load this here. I think we ended up getting into a little over 60 retweets. Hey Rodney, welcome, buddy. That was a good win, even though it was the chalk.
So Justin, if you want, I'll put up my Santa Anita ticket for 30% to go out then.
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. You just gotta grab. Whoops. Should have these memorized now. I think I might. Dad, if anybody, you can retweet the tweet. I see a couple of people just did. If you want to enter, I'm about to run this. All right. Continue. 56 entries, which is pretty good. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Go one more. 3 people. All right. Bruce got rejected. Nate, welcome, buddy. Congrats. M. Cherry and Sal Shawal. Matt Coach. Congrats to the 3 of you. 10% each in my Gulfstream pick 5. And then Oldy's going to give away 10% each to 3 people on his Santa Anita ticket. So Oldy, let's do this. So I want to make sure to tweet this out, but I thought through this. So both our Gulfstreams still alive. We're going to talk Golden Gate first, right? Because they're starting in 23 minutes. Okay.
That was unusual, I thought, too. Usually Golden Gate is after Santa Anita.
I'm going to have to – I totally handicapped this, but I have not found my single, so I'm going to have to do that. Did you send me your pick 5?
Let me just check see if scratches are in because they were not in as of the start of the show. And then I will send you – or we can walk through it real fast, whichever. Yeah,
Cindy is amazing. She's just been on fire. Congrats, Cindy.
So the only scratch in the early section is the 5 in race 3. Let's see if E had it in there, right? Yeah, it's already scratched in there. Was in my single leg anyways.
Did you send me? You want to just tell me your ticket real quick?
Yeah, so it's 1256.
What's the budget? 120?
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense, right? I know the ticket.
1256, okay.
And then, hold on, 1, 2, 4.
Yep.
Singles the obvious 1 at 61% and 74 GSR.
Yep.
And then 1 through 4, 6.
Yep.
And then 1, 4, 5, 7.
Okay. Why don't you talk through race 1, and I'm gonna give this ticket away. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, you can do that. It's gonna take me. It should be up that you can speak to the screen at least. Can you see it?
Yeah. Okay. So, 1 through. Nope. You got your ticket up there.
Oh, well, that's not mine, but there's yours.
Yeah. All right. So the 5 and the 1, both top picks. The 1's top E pick, second win percentage marginally. The 5 is the first win percentage, second E pick. 5's also top E GSR. So I was very close to narrowing to just those 2 horses, but with the 6 being marginally different at 21%, I couldn't get rid of the 6 because the 1 and 5 have very similar running styles. And my concern was that the 2 of them on the lead could burn each other out. And that's why I went with the 6 and the 2 here. The 6 nearly missed against 46s. Does seem like a little bit of a money burner, but may get the setup here to get by. The 2 also dropping a little bit, didn't run well last time out, but I think second time on dirt and had been working pretty well. I think this horse could be dangerous in the spot, and it looks like from looking at the betting right now, it looks like it's getting bet too. In the second leg, the 1, 2, and 4, the 4 and the 1 are the E top picks. The 1 would have been my second choice single. The 1, great speed, can rate a little bit. 9 to 5 on the morning line, 8 to 5 on the E morning line, 33%. Is very dangerous and possibly your likely winner here. The 2 is going to be right behind the 1 here at 33%, 59 GSR, 7 to 5 on the morning line, 5 to 2 on the E morning line. And little lower on the GSR end, and hasn't had as much success on the synthetic, only 2 attempts recently, but is dropping here a little bit, and this might be the right spot here. And then the 4 will be the horse that I see closing into this pace. The 4 at Emerald Downs beat a 62. At Golden Gate has a win against a 58. So the pace setup, if it's there, the 4 I think is the one that will take advantage, and that's 24%, 62 GSR, E top pick, a 5 to 2 on the morning line, 9 to 5 on the E morning line. And then I mentioned the single, 61%, top E pick, top win percentage, top GSR, 3 to 5 on the morning line. The 1, it's a maiden special weight, so nobody's won here. I'm a little concerned about this horse, but this horse is moving from turf and dirt to synthetic and goes from a 59 on the turf to a 74 on the synthetic, and I think either wants synthetic or wanted to route on dirt and wasn't given another opportunity to route on dirt. I do think this horse wants to route and is dangerous to get home here.
Yeah, I thought the same, Oldie. Like I may single in the same spot again. We'll see. I had a couple spots, but this horse, this horse just looks like it should win for sure.
I mean, there's really not much here. The other horse that I considered was the 6.
Yeah.
And, I'm not 100% certain the 6 wants to route.
Yeah, the 3 was the only other one. I mean, it does have a GSR, it's 6%, ass lighter, if that's how you pronounce it, but I don't know. I think it's hard to beat the 1 here.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony. All right, keep going.
All right. Leg 4. This was a spread leg for me. I'm all but 1, which is always dangerous to do here. You have the 6, who is your top EE pick, top win percentage at 41%. Has the pricing in the system at 7-5 on the morning line to support that, but isn't the top pace, isn't the top SOR. And I thought this horse could potentially get caught up a little bit in the pace here, and not being the fastest horse maybe wouldn't pay off. This horse can rate though, and is really dangerous. Could have been a single there too. I just thought of the ones that were a single, that one was the most vulnerable. I think the 2 is really dangerous. 2 can rate a little bit. The 3 could go gate to wire, and then the 1 and the 4 coming in behind. And the 4 has a win over 48s. And if there's a pace meltdown, I think the 4 is the most likely to take advantage, which is also the long shot at 12% win percentage. Any thoughts on that, Justin?
Yeah, I just finally got this sent out, so it took a second.
No worries.
So leg 4, I didn't like the 1 at all. But I think this horse is the second EquinEdge pick. I don't know. I didn't like the morning line. 9-5 seemed insane. I don't even understand it. But sometimes those horses beat me. But this horse hasn't been able to win, and it finally won, but that was at a 42. So I just don't like that. I mean, personally, I think that you talked to the 4. I think that horse really is dangerous. I think from a pace perspective, right? The 2 and 3 are going to be on the front end here. They're on the inside. The 3 has the apprentice. This horse is 10%. So I would not be surprised to see any of these horses win, to be honest. I didn't love the 6 at even money, 41%. So I was a spread in this leg too. I'll probably end up similar to you, as the tickets are probably going to be close. I might play this cheap though. Don't you guys race 1? You can single the 1 with top pace at Golden Gate. I mean, you probably can, Tony. This could be really chalky.
Yeah.
It really could. So it'll be interesting. I do think the 4th leg though is a leg you could find a price. And the 6th beat.
Even the 5 I think is possible there, even though I didn't use it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I literally have stars on every horse but the 1. Which I probably would just go all here because but I wouldn't be surprised to see the 1 or 6 lose in this race.
Yeah. And I don't think the 1's going to go off at 9-5. I think that's going to float up to 4 in the 4-1 range.
It'll probably be 7-2. All right, last leg. I thought this was a bit of a tough race too. I thought it might be chalky in the first few legs, but at the end, you were 1, 4, 5, 7 here.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you. The 7, is the top win percentage, but not top EE pick. The 4 is the only thing matching in here. The 4 and the being the second pick and second win percentage. From a pace standpoint, I did not use the top pace. I used the second to top pace, and the one's shown a little bit of ability as the top pick to rate a little bit and not get the lead right away. The I think the 4 is pretty dangerous as the second pick. The 1 just won last time out against 46s. This is a decent step up. Needs to press and needs to be right off that pace. And then I thought, the class on the 5, having gone in against 62s and not embarrassed itself, came back down last time out and didn't win, but I think might be primed for a win here, just based off the pace scenario as well.
Yeah, I agree. This horse broke its maiden and then just, was in way. It was the favorite, which is pretty wild, right? I mean, broke its maiden, came back to be the favorite in a starter allowance.
Yep.
But then they just give up. I mean, this horse ran an okay race here. It didn't obviously break that great. So it's kind of crazy. This horse is actually really interesting. I mean, if you were claiming something, and I haven't looked a ton at it, but it's you potentially, this horse, they gave up on too fast, I would say. I mean, it broke its maiden, then was the favorite. Yeah, it didn't run, but maybe it's just too close to the lead. Today, this horse is going to probably be off the pace, right? I think the 1 and 3, I mean, the 1 Danzig Starstorm is 0 for 2 on the rail. So this horse ran on the rail last time and missed, and then ran on the rail back here and missed. This horse is going to be on the inside, probably with getting pressure from Jersey Bird, I would guess. I mean, I got to imagine that these two. This horse is cheap, though. So the 1's going to have to put away the 3. This horse just won at 36 and wasn't necessarily running. So I think the horse is cheap. I probably would not use either one of them, and we can, I'll let you comment again, but I definitely have 4, 5, 6, 7, and would even add the 2 horse, the long shot.
Yeah, no, and I think the 1, one of the reasons I use the 1 is I can see the 1 won't just give up because he doesn't get the lead. And if you look at the notes on the on that last race where he was on the rail, contested pace, bested, but he was right there. And I don't know that there's right, and I don't know that there is the 3 is going to stop is cheap, like we said, and maybe the 3 stops, on the backstretch, or if the 1 gets the lead, the 3 stops altogether, and the 1 gets an easy lead too.
Yeah. It's I can see it. I think I struggled a little bit. That horse is a top EquinEdge pick too, which. But I would not be surprised to see a little bit of a price here too. So, okay. Anything anybody wants to chat about or look at? I'm gonna put my ticket together, but we also have 10 minutes till Golden Gate, and then Gulfstream Park we have 7 minutes. So I think I'm gonna play this one cheaper, Oldie. I don't know. I thought that Tony, that the 1 may end up dueling with the 5. But I just don't know if the 1 can get loose, but it might. I mean, it's taking a ton of money, but I thought Mr. Botanicals, the EquinEdge long shot, was interesting here. Oldie, did you go?
I did not use Mr. Botanicals.
Yeah, I thought this horse was just a little bit interesting to potentially come off the pace, going 2 churns. I just, the 1 horse, I mean, this horse has been running, gets easy lead here, right? In a 38 wins, but then doesn't win in a 40, and then just kind of doesn't necessarily stop. And then, I mean, this horse is going to have to get the lead on the rail. The 5, I think, is somewhat fast, though. So it will be interesting what kind of happens on the front end. Hey, Ken, welcome, buddy. So I thought the 3, 5, I really like the 6 here. I think Oldie, you might have talked about the 6, but I thought this horse was interesting. Gets a GSR increase. It's been facing better. It gets back to synthetic. It's been kind of all over the synthetic and then on the dirt. It hasn't shown necessarily great form on the synthetic from a money standpoint, with that said, though, I think this is not an amazing field, right? So it's a little bit interesting. I mean, the problem I have a little bit is these two horses are both EquinEdge win. You know, so I'm gonna come back to that. I thought the one would be. See, I'm like, and what did Oldy? You went 1, 2, 4 here. I didn't necessarily like. I thought the inside speed was just going to be so dangerous here. I thought that the twos just burned money. IUSO gets on when, you know, for the first time. So it's like, is anything going to change here? But I thought that the one, I mean, this is just a hard knocker, right? I mean, this guy's got 17 wins and 68 tries, one last out, in a 60. Like, you know, William Anton Georgie continues to ride. So I don't know. I mean, I almost want to double single. The 4 is big drop in GSR, right?
Yeah. Well,
and this horse is dropping. The only thing I didn't like about this is, so this horse was at Emerald, and I think you talked a little about this. It's going to be, I think, hard. This horse is coming off the pace. I mean, but I just think that, you know, I said inside speed is tough sprinting on the Tapeta at Golden Gate was my only concern. I probably would just, I think I would double single this. And then it's, what it will do is I don't even think I don't even know if I'd play it this much. I like the 5 here. You know, we talked about the 1. I'd probably just stick with not. I just don't really like that horse. It probably, you know, I don't know.
Right.
And then in the last, I definitely want the 6. I talked about the 1 and 4 for a minute, you know, or the 1 and 5. I just,
did we lose you?
No, I'm just thinking.
Okay.
Let me see. If I went 1, 5, double single here, I have no 1. The last 2, 4, 6, 7. I guess I'd play this. That's what I'd play. All right. Which time we got? Gulfstream in 3 minutes. Maybe in the chat. Want to chat about anything? Horse racing? How about Hamlin from Buffalo? Did everybody see that this morning? Like, tube got taken out. Guy was talking, like spoke to the team. That's just a wild story. It's like heartwarming. Send it. We will, Alex. We're going to have to, actually, we will. Yeah. What we can do is we will just start now. I appreciate you saying that because Oldy and I talked about this. We laid out a plan, which we've done quite a few times. And we talked about having to probably look at Santa Anita before Golden Gate and Gulfstream go off. So everybody hold me honest to Gulfstream Park because it says there should be at the post, but they're not. So Oldy, I'm going to bring up your ticket. So give me 1 second.
Well, and let me say while you're doing that, that my most interesting race of the day is in this sequence.
I thought this was an interesting early pick 5. What's the deal with the weather?
It's saying broken clouds. I'm gonna look at the turf at the condition, but it's all dirt races today.
Yeah, I saw that.
So let's see if they have it listed as good. So either it was dry enough or the drainage is good enough that the amount of rain they got the last couple days didn't affect the track the way it does, let's say, like somewhere like Aqueduct.
Yeah. Well, I wanted. Did something happen? What's the system?
And let me also add that everybody knows Coach Stephen Guerin. For the most part, a lot of people do. Apparently, he hit the early pick 5 at Gulfstream.
Nice. What did it pay?
Almost 26 grand. And
nice.
He said they took the taxes straight off the top. So
yeah, he's an amazing handicapper. I could see that. I could see having the 2. And if he brought, I don't know if he singled that 3 horse, but congrats to him. That's amazing. I love hearing that.
Yeah, and let me see if I can look at his ticket real fast and see where he singled. No, he did not single at all. He went 2 by 2 by 2.
Wow, that's well done.
And it was only an $80 ticket too.
Yeah, good for him. 26 grand. That's amazing. I love hearing that.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
GP, thank you. He played 2-3. Good for him. You can get a free week, Mark, I think you actually can. If you add me on Mark, if you're not, add me on Twitter. And I will add you and I will send you a QR code and you can, or I'll send you a link to get a free week. You may be able just to go to the website though, and be able to do it too. But do we get anything for you signing up? Just good horse racing friendship, man.
Yeah, good vibes.
All right. They're getting on I'm guessing the Tapeta, if I remember right. So I'm 1-3-4-5. Oldy, you are 1-3-4. So I added the EquinEdge long shot here, who is taking some money at 2-1. Yeah. The one horse is actually the favorite at the moment, which I think is a little bit wild. People are thinking this horse is going to wire the field. Everybody hears me talk about that. The 2, right? But everybody hears me talk about this horse. I think potentially can. It could be low in speed, but it's very hard to wire the field on the synthetic. Rodney, that's pretty amazing. And race 1 could have, if you make that one tweak to add that horse, because the pace you put it right, like that's amazing. K Reed, do you know Skillman?
Then Captain Anthony and Smart Striker.
Oh, Smart Striker.
Oh yeah, Rodney, that's incredible.
On the outside, I'm happy long for shot Pluma awesome. Roja will complete the line. Pluma Roja and the late pick 4. They're at the post. And they're off. Classic Car Wash comes out firing from the inside. Anamnestic is taken in hand, moving up on the outside. Smart Striker. Captain Anthony races between horses. Pluma Roja is next in front of Big Save. And down at the inside, Affy Kid is last of all as they chase the speed of Classic Car Wash. Classic Car Wash with rail position and the lead over Captain Anthony in second.
This will be very hard for the one to do this
joint
now.
Third with Smart Striker for company on the outside.
Unless this is like 25 plus for Jack.
I mean, that's
not terrible, but that's probably too fast.
4.5 lengths from first to last, less than 6 furlongs from the finish. It's Classic Car Wash in front by an
Three's getting
from
a
the
dream
outside,
trip.
Captain Anthony is
He looks like he has horse too.
Wide third. Down at the rail, it's Anamnestic. Yellow colors racing in fourth ahead of Pluma Roja. Big Save.
Just
Affy
sitting
Kid
off
still yet
speed.
to uncoil. He's at the back of the field through the opening quarter in 24 and 3. Less than half a mile to run in the race. Classic Car Wash maintains control and leads 3 parts of a length. Captain Anthony on the outside is now second. Anamnestic locked in the box, no place to go. On the outside and trying to run home is Smart Striker, then Big Save and Pluma Roja. Affy Kid is still last. Classic Car Wash given the green light to commit for home. He's a length and a half in front. He shakes Captain Anthony with Anamnestic.
Maybe the one's just good.
Back to fourth. It's an outside running Smart Striker, and they're at the top of the stretch. 3/4, 112 and 3. Classic Car Wash. An eighth of a mile for home and 2 on top.
Four can't get out.
He's up into second.
Yeah,
and
I think the one's got it.
But
he's
leading
trying,
the scene
man.
is Classic Car Wash. Classic Car Wash goes gate to wire under Misael Jaramillo.
Razor,
by 2.5. Venom Mystic second.
that
Captain
works
Anthony
for
third.
us,
Smart
man.
Striker is fourth.
Yeah.
Then Big Six.
We would love to have you on. Send me a note, Razor, on like what time works for you between 2 and 5 Eastern. And we can figure it out. We would love to have you on. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And welcome back from the trip. If you're home, Chuck, yes, the one. That was, I don't very often keep those horses on the ticket, but that horse had the potential. It set not terrible fractions. Anything over 25, a horse is going to have a good chance, but I think it was like 24 and 3. That wasn't terrible. Oldy, before we go to Santa Anita,
Golden Gate is apparently off.
Okay. Well, I didn't have that in there yet. Man, how do they put these over the top of each other? And Laurel,
we talked about that. I feel like
Hans Gruber still in the third position on a snug hold outside of Mr. Botanicals. And then comes Harbor Scott. He's guided in the clear now by Alejandro Gomez within 2 lengths of the lead. Another 2 to Willis Chill at the back with a half mile to go. It's Roaring Tiger. The favorites on top, Command a Premium on his throat latch second. Hans Gruber now between horses. Mr. Botanicals inside. Harbor Sky pushed along with 3 furlongs to go. Clearly fifth as they round the turn, losing position. Willis Chill about to join him. Still has a lot of ground to make up as they round the turn. And Roaring Tiger's going strong approach in the quarter pole. Roaring Tiger's still the leader. Command a Premium has come off the bridle. Hans Gruber splitting horses into the second position. Roaring Tiger off the turn is still ahead. Here's Hans Gruber, though, coming with his challenge. Hans Gruber on the outside of Roaring Tiger, who can't keep up with Hans Gruber, putting away the competition. Hans Gruber and Armando Ayuso striding away, and it's going to be Hans Gruber to win it by 2. Willie's Chill from the back end second. Roaring Tiger third.
I'm glad that you had the 6.
Yeah, I was thinking actually I didn't.
I worried when you said that. I was like, oh. I was all there. No, it was.
Of course, it was on 2 screens in front of me, and I was worried I didn't have it.
Yeah. Laurel is about to go. I think in this race. Oh, maybe it was the last race. Oh, it was Laurel number 5. Okay. Well, we're gonna skip Laurel for the moment because we got Santa Anita in 10 minutes. So, I thought I put your ticket in. Congrats, advancing Oldie with Golden Gate. Mine does. I don't know, maybe somebody played it. I didn't even play the ticket, so I hope it hits though.
That's my ticket.
Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna do mine on the fly. I looked at the sequence, so I'm gonna have to put the ticket together as you go. Go ahead, Oldie.
And I'm just going to tell you why I singled the 9 in the first here. The 9 has a win against 50s, went up against too difficult against 60s last time out, and is dropping back down here. And I think catches a pretty easy group, and has some tactical ability here. There's a lot of speed, and I think the 9 is going to sit the perfect trip behind the speed. All the speed that wants to lead here, and will pounce and get home.
I play 3-9 exacta here. You can play it 9-3 cold if you want. Like, I've tried to look at some verticals, Oldies. I'm doing this too. I totally agree with you on the 9. Like, I think you could single this horse. I'll probably go 2 deep here, but I would play a 3-9 exacta. I think this 3 horse. I talked about this last night, Oldie, in kind of a group chat that we have. This horse is just doesn't break.
Yeah.
If anybody beats the 9, I think it's the 3. This horse doesn't break. It's it's fractious, broke slow, off slow, stumbled, slow, through head, step slow, steadied. And this horse has been a mess for 6 months, so it is 11% to win. it is taking money, which I'm not surprised. This horse is working well. It removes blinkers, which all I would say is like, maybe that will be the reason that this horse doesn't freak out today. This horse is what I call a bit of a mess, though. But if you could play a 9-3 cold, I would box this, though. I think the 9 is probably going to win. But if a horse besides the 9 wins, I think it's the 3. I really do. I thought the 6 was a little bit interesting. You could maybe add that in a vertical, 9 over the 3-6 over the 3-6 in a try, or you could box them 3-6-9. You're getting a price on the 6, but yeah, I'm with you. So go ahead. What are you going to say?
Well, I was going to say in the second race is the race I have as the most interesting race of the day.
Yeah, I thought this was oh no, sorry, I'm not on my notes yet. So I thought this was a tough race, man. I thought 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 could all win. JJ's not riding the 7, or JJ's riding the 7 is not riding for Baffert. Yeah. When Vasquez is riding the 5, I think that this is interesting that JJ goes to the 7 and Vasquez continues to stick here. Maybe it's for some reason from the owners or for some reason that Vasquez just gets the call back. And then you have Pratt, who's also on the 3 horse, who stays there. So I don't know. I don't trust the Bafferts here, Oldie, but what are your thoughts?
Yeah. So for me, the question is, will the 7, who is a beholder filly, beat the Bafferts? And that's why I think JJ is staying on this horse. This is a Warfront filly by beholder, and huge works as well. And I think this horse most likely that they think this horse is hugely talented, and if they can break the maiden, that they're going to move this horse up into Oaks Company.
So what are your thoughts here, though? I mean, this horse and I didn't watch the race, but this horse just absolutely stopped. I'm guessing it dueled to some extent
with the 4.
Oh, okay. And then what happened to the 4 stayed on? So, I mean, so they raced against each other in this. Oh, no, that wasn't versus the 4.
Was it versus? I know it was one of these.
So 11, 12.
Oh, you're right. I read something where they raced each other, but it must have been wrong.
That's my only concern there on the 7 is like that horse just stopped absolutely like terrible.
Yeah. But look at the works. Look at the December 1st work since, and again, it's a second time starter, obviously lightly raced, talented enough that JJ's staying on it type thing. I'm not necessarily sold on the 4. I think the 7 may be able to rate a little bit too, even though they didn't the first time out. And then the 5 just doesn't seem to pass horses, even though the workout report makes it sound like it will. But I use the 5 there, but I think it's one of those 3. I didn't love the Pratt horse. I think that it's also competing for that same amount of ground. It had start trouble last time out, and they haven't done any gate works or anything like that. If it breaks well, it's going to be in the middle of this pace duel as well. I don't know much on the 2 did not have great works, and the 6 I think is also wanting the lead. So somebody's going to rate here. I think it's going to be the 7.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to the next thing. We got, I don't know, 3-4 minutes. I would add the 5 for sure. I don't really know where I'm a single, but I'd go 3-9 in the first, 3, 4, 5, 7. You're 1, 2, 6, 8 here. Let me know your thoughts. I thought that the 1, 2, I think the 5 used to be actually. Oh, it did. Okay. That was the pace. So I wonder who's going to get the lead here. I think the 1 is really dangerous then, to be honest, now that the 5 scratched. The 2's tactical though, but let me know your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same thing. I like the 2 a lot here based on the SOR. The 6 also. I wonder if the 6 is, just going to catch an easy group here. And
it's tough. I mean, this horse is going to have to get I wonder if this horse is going to have enough pace to get up. That would be my only concern with the 6.
I just think the 6 might be classier. It's been going back and forth between 56s and low 60s, and when it races against the 56s, it's run pretty well.
Yeah.
I think that the 8, if you go back and look at some of its back races, has speed. I think the 8's going to either sit right off the 1 here and pounce, and I think the 8's very dangerous here too because of that.
0 for 7 at the surface distance, though, and that was my main concern. This horse is running a lot better on synthetic, and they need to ship this horse back up to Golden Gate, in my opinion. But
won last time out on dirt and by 9 lengths, though.
Yeah, no, I saw that romped for sure.
And I think being on the outside here might be to the horse's advantage too.
All right, we got 1 minute. 3, 5, 6, 8 for you in the next race. I thought this was a really tough race, to be honest.
Yeah. This was a really tough sequence in general, I think. And the horse that I was close to singling here that I considered is the 3, the Miller first time starter. But one of the things I've noticed is Miller hasn't been as good since he came back from his retirement. He just, I don't know if he's not getting the same quality of horses or what it is. But, if this horse is ready to roll and ready to run, I don't think this is a great group it's up against. And I think as a first-time starter, it could just roll here.
All right. In the last, anything, I thought the 6 and 8 here were tough. You're 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, though.
Yeah, I thought this was a wide open race. I think the 4 and the 5 are going to blow the top off this race, and then it's going to be whoever. If one of them doesn't run, the other one probably wins situation. But if they both run, it's the 8, 2, or 6 that I think cleans that up.
I don't know. I guess this would have to be my ticket. Not like, I guess I'm going too deep in the last. I'm not sure who it's going to be here at the moment, but they're getting ready to load. That is Oldy's ticket. I would have to say.
And then you were going to give away, which hopefully we'll get the single home and still be alive, but you were going to give away 30% of my ticket as well.
Okay. This would be mine. I just changed that, but so 3-9, exacta 3-9 here. I think we're gonna see if this 3 can run.
Bonita Leona and Double Fantasy to complete the line.
You like the 8, Pat. Good luck.
Standing behind the gate for some time without the rider up is number 3, Roses Are Blue. That's still the situation.
That horse, man, but let's see. It gets to load last. So let's maybe the 9 is still back there. So this 3 horse, man, I don't know. It's probably, I'm just hoping,
it's not cooperating.
It never does. I mean, this is why this horse struggles so much. I mean, it breaks slow. If this horse can there's no blinkers today, and I thought maybe the changes might help. They got the horse in. Let's see if it breaks. 9 gets the load last. The 6
Double
might run
Fantasy
too.
And Hall of Famer Kent DeSormo to the outside.
Good luck with your single, Oldie.
Yeah, and I prefer DeSormo. I was going to mention this on horses that aren't on the lead.
And they're up. Quick start for Unwritten Code, who's ridden for that early speed, but has it. Majestic Gigi is up close, and in between them, Careless Star. 3 of them vie for command. Liberalism is 4th, followed by Bonita Leona, and Double Fantasy outside that pair, 4 lengths off the battle. Then Chavert Arbiter racing on the inside of Optimus, and Roses Are Blue at the back of the field. Majestic Gigi asserts herself around the far turn and opens up a length and a half. Unwritten Code is in second. Careless Star third. Followed by Bonita Leona and Double Fantasy right together. Another 2 back to Liberalism, who's 6 lengths off the lead. 3 clear of Chabert Arbiter. Roses Are Blue is next. At the top of the stretch, Optimus is last. Unwritten Code has come in and taken command over Majestic Gigi. Double Fantasy on the outside. Bonita Leona between horses. Roses Are Blue far outside. 16th pole. And Unwritten Code is clear by 3. Unwritten Code wins the opener.
Sorry, everybody.
Second. Roses Are Blue finished third in front of Bonita Leona, and Majestic Gigi completes a super high 5.
That's no good.
That's no good, as the saying goes.
The 9 and then the 3 obviously didn't break and ended up getting third, which that's I think the story of that horse's career so far. So I thought that horse might be able to run today, but couldn't get up. So we have a few minutes till
number 5 Unwritten Code was first. 9 Double Fent
until Golden Gate. I'm gonna play a super cheap pick 4 there. Yeah, good job, Razor. Nicely done. I see your pick 5 there. 5, 8, 9. You singled in the last. I like it. You singled the 8, man. I thought the 6 and 8 in the last. I love singling that horse though. Good for you. Like 20%, right? Dropping an SOR has the ability to stock off. Like the 8's going to be dangerous, man. So I like it.
Yeah, it looks like Gulfstream is slightly before Golden Gate again, almost on top of each other.
Yeah, Golden Gate. Mark, I'll accept your friend request here in a second. I can do it on my second screen. Give me 1 sec. But that's I was getting back to Razor. Like I like the play on the 8. I think I was only 6-8, but I like singling the 8 there. You're gonna get a really good price. So get it, man. They are Oldy. I think 7 minutes. They're about 3 minutes apart. Yeah. So we can talk a little bit of actually we can talk a little bit of Gulfstream. Maybe we can put a vertical together. Oldy, what do you? I mean, I'm gonna play a Golden Gate pick 4.
Okay.
If you want me to give some of that away, or what are you thinking? I mean,
yeah, I think we probably have to. After we're
okay. Let me. I will. I'm gonna play this. So this ticket's gonna be super cheap. 15, not even $15. 10, $12. 48 maybe.
$12.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna play this. I don't know. I'll play.
You could play it. You could play single, all for probably like $20.
It's probably a good idea since that. I appreciate you saying that. So, 22, 21. Yeah. I'll play this for. I'll play it for $4, Oldie. So I'm gonna play this for $84. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then let's just do a giveaway real quick. Then we'll do it so we get this in advance. Gotta go back. Redraw. All right, 57. Oh, hold on. I'm glad. I know sometimes that works, Oldie, but like sometimes I will. All right. Okay. Big Steve, Jeff, and Texas Wanderer. How about you can't even play Sam Houston? What is the deal? No Sam Houston unless you live in Texas.
Yeah, so they opted out of the HISA. And when I say opted out, they basically cut off their signal going anywhere outside the state so that they wouldn't be governed by interstate commerce. And therefore, were, at least until somebody takes them to court and makes them that they're, or makes a decision between the competing Texas and federal law, they basically opted out of HISA that way. And I guess if they exported their signal, they would fall under the jurisdiction automatically. I read an article on this on Blood Horse 2 days ago that they had a pretty big write-up on it. And what's interesting though is it's not affecting the prize pools all that much. For, I mean, the betting pools, yes, but the actual pools that they pay the ownership and the horses and everything like that for winning or hitting the board is mostly funded through some taxes in Texas around horse feed and a bunch of other horse supplies. And yeah, and so they moved the meet also to during the day to cater, and on the weekend to cater more towards on track people rather than the nighttime, to try to capture the simulcast audience.
I mean, do they have, and I don't know that area well, or if anybody in chat knows, like, I mean, that means that they're going to make this like a, an outing for families or something is the only, or like, I mean, cause that's interesting. Like, I guess it's going to be interesting to watch to see how they do.
And you can still watch on Sam Houston's website. You just can't place any bets from my understanding. But one of the things that I often encourage people to do is test things and create tickets for sequences you aren't going to play. This is a great test scenario for trying new things within the system. So you can make your own pick 4s, pick 5s, pick 6s, exactas, that kind of stuff, and watch the results and learn from it without, staking and risking your money.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Why don't you, I got to run to the restroom real quick, and I'll be right back. But we got Gulfstream in 2 minutes. Anything you want to talk about in race 7, go for it, and I'll be right back.
Well, I'm obviously hoping to beat the favorite after we've gotten pretty chalky the last 2 legs. I was 1-7-8 here, and I really like the 7. So let's, and the 1 as well. I almost went just those 2 there. The 8's a first-time starter, and I think that this is most likely a pretty chalky race. But then again, it is a mid-level maiden claimer, so you never know what's going to happen there. I should ask though what Cindy has in this race, because Cindy's been red hot. So, Cindy, while we're waiting, what do you have in race 7 at Gulfstream, if you're still there? Or anybody else for that matter. Well, while we wait for that, Razor, good job on the first leg at Santa Anita. Let's get that home for you. Who else is alive to stuff here? Anybody alive at Gulfstream? Anybody alive at Golden Gate? Do we have anybody playing Aqueduct? I was trying to get us, Justin, Cindy's pick for this race.
I really liked the 3, but the 3 scratched. I was kind of bummed. I thought the horse looked like I don't know. They just look like the horseman is gonna be able to run. The 2 that EquinEdge long shot is a big GSR increase. Good luck, Daniel.
We got Scott.
Not much money.
Scott's alive there in the pick 5. Rory likes the 1, 4, 5, 7, 8. It looks like Daniel says he's alive in the Golden Gate. To the 1-4. Daniel, is that in a pick 5, or did you play a double there? Ghostface has 4-7-8 here on his pick 5.
You're 1-7-8. So
yeah, but I really need to beat the 7 because the first 2 legs were pretty chalky.
How did you? Oh no, I'm on the wrong thing. I'm like, what?
You are
1-7-8. I'm like, what? Like that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I thought the 8 was interesting. The 1 I didn't love. I'm obviously I have a few more horses. I didn't even use the 7, so I'm hoping that 7 doesn't win.
I hear you.
Everybody's alive. That's good. I'm glad to see.
Jonathan is 1-4-7-8. So if we get the 8 here, I think everybody would be happy. If I'm reading this correctly. Or maybe not Chuck. I think Chuck only has, he's all here. Okay. And see, they're going to post drag right into Golden Gate here.
This is a struggle today, man.
Don't they know that we're trying to do a show?
I know. What I mean, I could see like different tracks. It's like they do know.
Well, yes, they do because you were on their social media feed, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I love that. All right, and then I got to get this giveaway out for Golden Gate, which may not. I'm hoping can. Big Steve. Fenway Pork.
All right, looks like they're...
And they're off. Slow to start, Subtle Faith. Sistren even slower to start. In fact, Sistren didn't start. She came out without the riders, so there will be a steward's inquiry looking at that as they run to the half-mile point. It's Sugar Sin, quickest to begin. She leads a length and a half. Sturdy Girl second. On the outside third. Botita races from fourth, and it's a more victorious ahead of Subtle Faith. And again, trouble at the break from Sistren. There will be an inquiry looking into that. Around the forward turn they go. Within a half length of Sugar Sin, these two put on some speed. They're two better than Sturdy Girl third. Botita's back to fourth, and a more victorious and Subtle Faith as they run to the top of the stretch. Edgard Zayas moves on Paco tries to counter the attack with Sugar Sin. Length and a half back to Sturdy Girl, who's now third in angles for Racing Room. They're at the top of the stretch. Has the lead. Sugar Sin is trying to fight back, and over the top, Sturdy Girl begins to gain on the embattled duo. There's an eighth of a mile to go. Sturdy Girl.
Yeah, Six has got it.
16th to go. Sturdy Girl lifting up on the outside and taking a narrow lead. Sturdy Girl springs the upset.
Yeah, the 6 just came right over the top. Sorry, Oldy.
No, it's all right.
We fell advanced there. I thought that horse, was top GSR, had a good chance. Oh, Sturdy Girl. And that horse did go off at 8-1. Wow.
Yeah, let's hope we're both right on that single because you'll be in good shape there.
Golden Gate. I hope the one here wins. I haven't been able to give this away, but we did give it away actually. Sorry, we did. So I'll post that. Big Steve, Jeff, Texas. If you're in the chat, congrats. We're playing a $2 pick 4. Double single here, 1-1. One's not even the favorite, so I kind of like that. The 2's going to end up going off as the favorite. All the friend. Nicely done, Chuck. Go ahead, Oldie.
I was going to just highlight this. So, Jonathan, we're going to be going over that in the last hour of the show. Unfortunately, Justin is going to be leaving us for the last hour, and we'll be fortunately joined by Chris Walsh, who has been a guest several times on the show too, as well. We'll talk the Santa Anita mandatory pick 6 tomorrow, as well as the double carryover Los Al pick 6.
All right, we're turning over to Mr. Matt. Go one's favorite.
We're ready to go. And Laura, honeymoon's over from the inside, shaking up for speed. He's got the lead. I'm Corfu sticks to him in the early part. Honeymoon's over quicker. I'm Corfu taking back to press the issue from second. A man of my stature and Torpedo Away are side by side. And Blazing Jamie is the distant trailer with a half mile to go. Honeymoon's over paves the way by 3 parts of a length, make it a length. I'm Corfu backs off on the tail of the leader's second. Torpedo Away makes his way into third clearly, and he's down on the inside, riding the rail around the far turn. A man of my stature back and forth under pressure. Blazing Jamie, 5 lengths behind now, has to pick it up, is under a loose rein to get going. They hit the quarter pole, and Honeymoon's over is still clear. I'm Corfu being asked to tackle him from second, can't keep up. Torpedo Away off the turn is gaining some ground down on the inside. Honeymoon's over with a furlong to go. He's still clear. Torpedo Away. I'm Corfu gives way. 16 left to race.
Something happened there.
Still in front. Torpedo Away can't get him. Blazing Jamie coming on the scene late for a minor award, but Honeymoon's over gets the win and gate.
Let's see if there's an inquiry, because the one definitely came over on the 4. You could see the jockey react before the one pulled away.
Did the horse actually end up, like, I didn't see anything happen. You caught something. I didn't really see anything.
Yeah, I mean that they're not far enough back in the replay.
I need to add, skills.
A nice single there.
Yeah, thank you. I got you, skills. Shoot me in it. It might be like a little bit till I can send it to you, but I can shoot you a link, skills. I added you, so now send me a DM and I'll shoot you a link. Okay.
Before Santa Anita, I'm going to, before Santa Anita, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break here.
Yeah, go for it, Oldie. I think I would, until Oldie gets back, we have 10 minutes. If I played a pick 4 here, I would probably play this. And we will ride with Razor because I love the single of the 8 in the last. That would be my pick 4. Oh no, yeah, it's only $36. Let's see. 1, 2. Thought the 5 scratch. Yeah, I guess that would be my pick 4, singling the 8 in the last, the EquinEdge long shot. I do think the 6 is interesting here. If you wanted to play it for $72, you could add the 6 horse, but I think the 8's going to be tough if you wanted to play a cheap pick 4 there. Steven, welcome. All right, so what do we got? Santa Anita, the first race here. We talked through this. I had 3, 4, 5. So actually, I guess I would. This is what I would. I need the 6. I would probably just go all. I guess I'd play $54. That's what I would play. All right. This could be chalky. I don't trust either one of the Bafferts here. We talked about this a little bit ago. The 5 is taking no money, and I actually thought this horse was a little bit interesting. The 4 is the pace. Obviously Bafferts are always. Oh, no inquiry. Thank you, Daniel. I didn't see it. Oldie obviously saw something. I'm glad that nobody came over there or nothing came of that. Like this, and then all we have to do in that ticket is catch a couple prices in both these legs. So But I just don't trust either Baffert here. I really don't. These horses are working good. Vasquez sticks on the 5. I thought was interesting. JJ lands on the Papa Mandela horse. This is out of Warfront out of Beholder. This horse just stopped badly for some reason. Was mainly concerned, but maybe something changes today. It's going to be the pace, but I would fully expect the 4 to put pressure. I didn't think a lot of this field for a maiden special weight, which is why I would try to beat the chalk here. And try to catch a single in a price here. I mean, the pick 4 would pay really nice, but it'll be interesting. Oldy, why don't you're back, I think, right?
Yeah, it looks like the 4 is the Baffert that's getting bet too.
Yeah, I know. Look at that. I mean, I need to post this tweet real quick. Anything that you want to, I think Aqueduct. I mean, anything you could either talk Aqueduct or do you want to talk this race at Santa Anita? I'll leave it on there and you can talk to it, but I'm going to shoot out this tweet.
Yeah, well, let's talk this race at Santa Anita.
Okay.
And maybe this is a 4-7. Yeah, maybe a 4-7 exacta here is the play. Just thinking about the fact that I'm sorry, not a 4-7, a 5-7 exacta. And I'm just thinking that I did not like the workout report on the 4 as much as I did on the 5. And I think the 7 has a good workout report as well. So I'm suggesting, and I'm going to play a 5-7 exacta there, and I'm going to leave the 4 off the ticket. And I might live to regret that, but it's only an exacta.
Can you see Oldy? Oh, that no, it's
no,
on.
That's my ticket.
Yeah, that's my ticket. I'm gonna ride with Razor's single in the last and spread here and try to beat one of these favorites. I actually had forgot. I thought the 6 was a little bit interesting here at only 3%, but it's the EquinEdge long shot. This horse is working well. Second time starter. Maldonado hits at 35% for Doug O'Neill. So JJ's not. Yeah, Daniel. Well, he's off the He's off the 4 and he's also off the 5, although Vasquez rode the 5 last out.
Yeah.
So, and then Pratt lands on the 2, or not the 2, the 3. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't know. I just do not trust either one of those horses for Baffert today, but we'll see.
And I think that the 5, wherever the 5 breaks, the 5's probably going to finish. So if the 5 breaks first, and the 5 is classier than all these, because it just doesn't. I mean, the workout report sounds like it will pass horses, but it does not. But it does seem like when it gets nudged, and I went and read some back workout reports on this horse too, and it seems like it does have some fire in the lane, even though it hasn't shown it in the evenings, as they would say, even though this isn't the evening. Versus the workouts in the morning. Razor said he's 2, 4, 5, 7 here. Do you have a thought on an exacta or maybe a try here?
Man, I don't, just because I don't love anything to key. I thought the 5 was actually just very interesting. I mean, this horse is taking no money though, which is somewhat concerning where the 4 is taking all the money. But I mean, I just don't trust anybody to win, to be honest. So I would not be surprised to just see the 4 not run. I mean, but I mean, that's hard. It ran well first out, right? I mean, it got second. So, but I personally don't, not from a vertical perspective.
Well, and on the 5, that's a street sense, and street senses typically can rate a little bit. So I would not be surprised too if the 4 the 3 and the 6 all duel, and maybe the 7 as well, that the 5 just pounces. I don't know, 5-1 seems on a 29% horse, seems like something you should take advantage of.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. In the morning line really likes it, so for some reason this horse is just taking no money.
All right, so I'm going to play
We've got a 6 furlong event coming up now, maiden special weights. And I agree with Zoe's guest. The 4 and the 5, they look very competitive in here from the Baffert barn. Woody was keen in her work that we have on XBTV. I think that's why Bob tends to work her by herself. She's a very enthusiastic work filly, but she looks super. She was flicking her toes out and finished up nicely in that work. So I would put Woody on top. Only really partly because doing it the hard way, although she ran a very, very strong race in maiden special weight company 2 races back, this isn't really typically Bob's MO to bring her back quite quickly into that grade 1 event and then again to come back quite quickly in for this maiden spot. Looking at Tina Ella right now, she is so composed. She looks wonderful here for Richard Mandela. She is by Warfront, so the question is she going to ultimately be a turf horse? But let's see how she performs today. Jessica of Piper actually worked her out of the gate back in October in 112 and 4. We had that work on XBTV, and so she has plenty of foundation. If she was working 6 furlongs back then, continued to work well. She came home in 47 and 3 on that 19th of December 6 furlong drill, and her most recent work was she was on the rail in a team drill and looked very good finishing up. So I think Tina Ella, I'm going to put her underneath, but I think there's a lot of ability there. But I'm going to put Voodoo on top this time around, the number 4 for trainer Bob Baffert. Good luck in this maiden special weight event. Frank Miramonte will have the call.
Yeah, Justin, I'm playing a 5-1-2-6-8 double.
5-1-2-6-8. Yeah, I mean, you're going to get a price on the 5. I mean, I like it. I mean, the horse is taking a bunch of money now, I guess. Yeah. I mean, taking quite a bit. The horse was all the way up to 6-1, Daniel. So I'm not surprised. This horse probably going to go off. I guess we'll see, man. I was going to say 3-1, but I would not be surprised to see this horse go off at 2-1 or something.
Currently at 7-2 now.
Come experience world-class gaming, dining, and entertainment only at Yamava. It's post time for the second field moving into line.
Well, 4 took some more money there.
Tennessee 5 coming up. Sweet Trouble is next. Here's Woody. Tina Ella to complete the lineup. Loading quickly.
That was a quick load.
And they're off. Doing it the hard way gets the first call, headed by Tennessee Moon. Yep. They're joined at the rail by Woody. Those 3 vying with Tina Ella not far away.
I talked about Maldonado on the 6, man.
Coffee in Bed is next, and Sweet Trouble at the back of the field. It's Tennessee Moon coming to the half-mile pole with a 2-length advantage. Woody ahead better than doing it the hard way.
1890 first quarter.
Tina Ella just outside of them.
What?
Coffee in Bed is about
the
leader.
I've never
Sweet
seen
Trouble
such a
just
thing.
outside of her. 3/8 to run. Tennessee Moon
this
to
horse,
catch. That's a 2.5 length lead. Woody under serious pressure. Tina Ella inching up widest of all to take
this horse
to the quarter
runs
pole.
at 1890.
Only a neck behind the leader. Here's Tina Ella on the outside.
Somebody's flying on the outside.
To go. Sweet Trouble has surfaced from the far outside. Tennessee
6 going to try to wire. This is going to be bombs in the first 3 spots, man.
The rail. Coffee in Bed is now the new leader inside the final 8th of the
6
mile.
I don't think is going to hold on for the try.
Oh,
it is.
Chasing gamely. These are the 2. It's Coffee in Bed in control.
See,
and Coffee in Bed wins it by 2 easy lengths.
Two.
Sweet
oh,
Trouble,
that's a bummer.
For third between Tina Ella and
Razor, you're looking at a. Did that finish the 2 hold on there?
Yeah, I think so.
Razor, you're looking at a possible huge payday here.
Yeah, Razor, good luck. Hey, I'm rolling with you on the 8. I spread there. I talked about that race, man. The 6 completely destroyed the pace. That was wild.
I mean, I did say that was the most interesting race of the day.
Yeah, I mean, it for sure. I just the turf course looks amazing, by the way, there. But that was incredible. The 6 almost held on for the try. I think that Money Mike, right? Yeah. Hey, that was an insane pace. If that 1890 and then that's not right. There's that can't be.
1890. I'm trying to see. Is that a 44?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, oh, there they changed it. 22. Yeah. Okay. I'm like, what? 1890? That's wild. But yeah, I mean, they were flying, right? I mean, the 6 was just the speed of the speed there. Well,
we gotta give Razor a boom here, though.
Yeah, Razor, that's a big boom. Well done. Yep. 19-1 there. Good luck on your ticket. And I hope you hit it, because I'll tail your single along. I have to still get there, but this is wild. That was a crazy race for sure. All right. We got
the single at Gulfstream that you're alive to.
Yeah, that's right. That Golden Gate ticket, is this one taking a bunch of money? What? The 6 is the favorite? Holy goodness.
Holy goodness.
We talked about that horse maybe being able to win, but I don't know. That's going to be a fun race to watch in 10 minutes. Gulfstream, this ticket's alive for myself and 3 other people. Each have 10%. Necessarily, probably is not going to have, we a $6 winner and then a $5, but at least got a $19 winner there. This is chalk, so I mean, it definitely not going to pay anything amazing like the early pick 5, but or anything close, but and then got to hit something in the end, but at least alive. I don't, from a vertical perspective, I ended up saying this is a spread or a single race, but I ended up singling. I thought that the 4 would be tough. I know Oldie did, you did too. I mean, who would I like under? I don't really know. You're going to get a lot of good value on Bravo Zulu and Speed Salsa. So I don't know, maybe one of them can end up. Bravo Zulu is the second EquinEdge pick. So
yeah, but just if I remember correctly, that horse just stops.
Well, it was the long shot at one point, and then the 9 became the long shot. So I think the 4 is going to be very tough here, but we'll have to see. What else? We got Gulfstream. My girlfriend just sent me a text. She bet the 2 to win, and she said her biggest win ever, $2 to win. She won $41. So
congrats.
I love that, Steph. That's awesome.
You got to give Steph a boom, right?
Boom, Steph. Well done. She's laughing. Oakland's about to go, but I don't think we're even gonna have time to chat about that. They're already off. So
yeah.
Tampa. I just lost my ticket. Tampa's 144.
Tampa, you have a heavy favorite in the 1 on the turf.
Hold on one sec. I lost my ticket.
No worries. I'll just yap around about Tampa a little bit here. I like the 6 a little bit at Tampa. Moving to the turf and back to the turf and dropping. Was running against 52s and 56s and is dropping into 44 SOR here. Only 8%, but I think that, and low percentage connections, but I think that horse has a chance. I think that horse is better than the 5, who's the speed, and the 1 has been appears to need the lead as well there. even though it's 46%. So, the 6 might be a possibility, even though it might be too close to the pace. Or you might want to try the 7, 3, and 8, the horses that are going to be coming off the pace, because there does appear to be, I missed the 4 too. There does appear to be a lot of pace here. Of those horses, let's see. I guess I would be the 4 would be my choice. Maybe the 3 as well. The 3 goes up to 70 GSR, moving back to the turf at 8 furlongs, and gets Camacho. The 3 might be really dangerous at 15-1.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I mean, the 2 is very cheap. So the way I always look at this, right? I'm like, that horse is going to stop likely. North Carolina, this horse has been the favorite. And like, this is the definition of burning money. Favorite, lose. Wins a race, but in at 36. Burns money, burns money, burns money, burns money. Burns money. And this horse has lost as the favorite 6 of 7 times. True definition of burning money. Does this horse have to win today? I don't think so. Like, so then you go down to the 6, right? I mean, this horse is going to try to, kind of sit off the pace and has been facing tougher. Didn't run last out, but that was on the dirt. So the 5, I think the 6 is at least a little bit interesting.
Yeah.
And I know they're at the gate. I mean, the 1 is the big favorite, right? This horse is dropping in class. Did try to kind of sit off, and this horse may be tough to beat. I didn't hear what you said about Justin and Oldy.
I think that horse needs to lead.
Well, if that's
I think that this looks, at least on paper, like a hot pace to me, like what we just saw at Santa Anita.
I mean, if that's the case, I mean, this horse did try to sit here, but I think that both the 6 and 3 are interesting, and add in the 4. I mean, look at the 4, the EquinEdge long shot. I mean, this horse has a 67 GSR. It has never been on the turf and gets a 3-point GSR increase. So I like the 3, 4, 6 here in an exacta, just to catch a couple prices. But I think the 4 is dangerous. And you talked about the 3.
I talked about the 3 and the 6. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just boxed them both, so or all 3 of them. We'll see.
Yeah, I just did a $5 win place show on the 3, and the 3 didn't break.
Oh, he's close. Hold on, I gotta try something.
Closer to the pace than I would want him, to be honest.
It's 2 more, then back to Magical Adventure. Smart as me. At the back early on, it's Gambling Czars. They go into that first turn. It's Anvil the leader. Anvil by these furlong in front, just over a length and a half now. North Carolina's in second, getting a little bit closer. On the outside, Van finds a good pocket spot. Third does the favorite. Only 2.5 off the top 2. They got that up quarter 23 and 1/5 seconds, and now pressure up front for Anvil.
Nice job, Ghost.
Right up alongside. Those 2 nose to nose. Up the backstretch, content to watch that duo is the favorite Van Dusen, who's 3 lengths off in third. It's a break of 2.5 for 3 more. Then back to Just Praise at fourth. The Skipsters outlets outside. 2 more to Magical Adventure. And we get back to Smart as Me, Gambling Sire at the back.
I mean, that's a stakes level pace.
North Carolina
at a mile on the turf.
Those 2 have gone 4.5 or 5 in front now. Van Dusen has to go after those top 2. Is about 6 behind.
I think you're right on the 1, man. The 6 is coming. 4 done. I don't know if the 3 gonna.
Yeah, I don't think the 3's got much. But we'll see. He's going to cut the corner.
North Carolina off the turn, narrowly in front. Anvil toward the inside, battles on. Van Dusen getting a little bit closer from third, as is the Skipster down the far outside. Magical Adventure.
I think 6 gonna win,
Ride
man.
your horse, Camacho.
Here comes Van Dusen, and here
1.
comes
right.
Van Dusen.
1 got. Oh,
Here comes the 6. The 1. I was wrong.
Yeah, I held on. All right, we're over to Gulfstream. Announcer Pete, they're on the turf? Yes, turf. Turf course looked good at Gulfstream. We are single to the 4 and then 4 deep in the last. So this horse is 4 to 5, but that's okay. We can get through. Yep. We'll see.
It's single days.
The horses are at the gate. It's now post time. Lining up and moving in for race number 8, the first half of the late daily double and the Friday feature. Frosted Oats is favored for trainer Bill Mott. Junior Alvarado with the riding assignment. Second choice is number 2, State Crown, on the board at 3-1. The third choice is 8-1 here. It's number 6, Oglala. 4-2-6, the order of favoritism. All the money on Frosted Oats.
I'm a big favorite here.
Yeah.
Last horse to go up is Dreaming of Audrey. Dreaming of Audrey. Going up. And in. All set. And they're off. Oglala blew the start, 3 lengths slower than the others. The big favorite, Frosted Oats, was one of the first into stride, and she has an early tussle with Bravo Zulu in the run to the first turn. Away from the outside, Dreaming of Audrey.
As I said, Bravo Zulu will stop.
In third, saving ground at the rail goes Speed Salsa to race about 4.5 lengths off the pace.
Alvarado tried to do that,
working a length and
we'll
a half
see.
in front of an improving State Crown, then Sequin Lady, and after a tardy beginning, Oglala is last.
But he also,
for an aggressive opening quarter. Bravo Zulu.
that was a forced the 8 to use some speed
length
there.
and a half in front of Frosted Oats in second. Speed Salsa races from third, then Dreaming of Audrey, and on the outside, Co-C. Saving ground inside in State Crown, third last. Second last is Sequin Lady, and the trailer remains Oglala. Less than half a mile to the finish. Bravo Zulu went the opening half mile, clear a length and a quarter, and 46-4. Frosted Oats is on the chase second, trying to tighten in. And here she comes now as Bravo Zulu took an awkward step, and that gives Frosted Oats the lead. Frosted Oats is in front. Bravo Zulu trying to correct herself and kick on again. Speed Salsa and Co-C are next. State Crown held up in traffic. Sequin Lady gets started on the outside, and Oglala's underway from the back. 2.5 from first to last. Who do you like here? The leader is Frosted Oats, a length and a half. Down the
That wasn't close enough for a who do you like. This was always the 4.
They need it, and they're winning. It's 4-5 on Frosted Oats, who reports home 3 lengths to the good.
Nice single, Justin.
Yeah, you too. Like, nicely done. Well, we advance. I think we're 4 deep. So we're at the post. So this horse is now 1-5 at Golden Gate, which made sense a little bit ago. That I don't know if 1-5 makes sense in a maiden special, but the system loves this horse. You know, has this horse at over 60%. Since he asked, I like the 4, Steve. I love it. Daniel, I didn't catch it. That wasn't my racehorse, but I mean that horse just looked much the best. I mean, on paper. So, or you're talking the 4, not okay. I was just making sure. I know my racehorse take a lot of money. I thought maybe this one is a big favorite, but probably justified, to be honest. This horse really should improve on the synthetic. Big GSR increase, like has been running nicely, you know, and tougher. So I think this horse is going to be tough to beat.
I hope so. And we're loading here. And then how much time do we have to?
Paroli and
Santa Anita, because I know you have to
have loaded it.
Yeah,
out of here. So after this race, I will.
We can switch.
I'll get set up. Yeah.
Here's it. Nickel 9. Count Asher.
Good luck, Daniel. Me too.
Here's Count Asher. We're ready to go. And Lara, uneventful start. A Clyder up on the pace with 64 GTO. Count Asher into third with Nickel 9. Paroli.
I don't like that at all.
The big favorite, so he's last into the clubhouse turn. A Clyder is first around the turn. A Clyder and Alejandro Gomez lead the way. Here's Count Asher striding up nicely to come and challenge and quicken the tempo around the clubhouse turn. Count Asher with his chestnut head in
the
front.
3 tried to slow down the pace,
back, presses the issue at
6
the
was
moment
not
from
having
the
it.
inside. They pull 2 clear of Nickel 9 racing alone in third. He's 4 ahead of Paroli, makes his way into fourth. 64 GTO drops to the back of the pack with 5.
That's a hot pace for
Asher
44.
Away, a Clyder on a hold. He's second on the inside. Count Asher opens up the lead to a length. The Clyder's still second. Nickel 9 closer with Jose Valdivia Jr. A joint second with a half mile left. He's 2.5 clear of Paroli. The favorite still in fourth. 64 GTO at the back as they hit the 4-turn run. Count Asher into the turn, still in front, and Nickel 9
he's
takes
asking,
second. Acquirer
he's
waits
getting
for
a
him. He's third down on the inside, drops back a spot.
But I don't know if that 3 is just waiting for an opening or if he doesn't have horse at all. I think he's done.
His move with Paroli in the 3-path hitting the quarter pole. Count Asher off the turn. He is still.
See, this would be a who do you like?
Second on the far outside. Paroli's trying to get by the top pair, still in with a shot. Count Asher begins.
Come on, we got it.
And
Maybe
Paroli
not.
finds himself on the lead. Paroli's
there
in front. In second, Nickel 9. Acquirer into the
So,
third spot. Paroli, the son of Battle of Midway. He'll break the maiden. And it is.
I mean, there's a boom. So get through again. You know,
2 singles in a row.
Oldy, this ticket, I'm glad kudos to you for telling me to just go all in the last 2 legs. So, you know, there's guaranteed winner for viewers. So yeah, Rodney, that's true. What did Daily Double pay? Like, I probably should have played that as well. But
yeah, I don't do a good job of thinking about Daily Doubles sometimes.
Yeah, I actually play them more. I play it more. I like to play verticals too. So, Oldy, do you want to? So everybody, I ended up having I got to run to a work meeting. Usually I am able to kind of block my schedule out for lunch and stuff, but I got to take an important meeting. So Oldy's gonna kind of take over, and then wonderful viewer Chris Walsh gonna jump on. He's been on with us before, so appreciate him kind of jumping in.
Hold on, let me get all this muted too.
Yeah, let me go for it.
It's all set, so I'm all set up.
Okay, so I'm gonna I'll hang out. I mean, but Oldy, why don't I'm gonna hang out for a few minutes, probably when we're live, I'll hang out, we'll look at some will pays, stuff like that. Yeah. But you too, Mike. Like, I'll be around this weekend, everybody. You know, I don't have kids, so I'll probably play some horses, you know, see what I like, but feel free to hit me up on Twitter. But Oldy, I appreciate you, and Chris too for jumping in. They'll cover they're going to talk about Santa Anita and some Los Al carryovers, which I love. So I'll be on for a few more minutes. But Oldy, do you want to I might have to unshare. Let me see, or you might be able to just share. Let me stop screen, and then
let me move this screen here and give me 1 sec here. All right, here we go. We're going to let Chris in. And we can do show transition here, I guess. Oh, he just asked me for 5 minutes. So sorry, Chris. I'll take you off for now.
And I can hang for 5 minutes, Oldy. So you and I can. Why don't you get up with the screen, and we'll let Chris kind of prep and get ready. Yeah, Jotham, you too. We're gonna. I'm curious if we. Nothing like early Gulfstream. I'm still glad somebody hit that. Hearing about that 3-horse and then the speed.
Yeah.
So we were 1, 3, 6, 10 in last. Not bad. The 1's paying $5.58. The 3, $7.55. The 10's $2.05. We'll get our money back, so that's good. And then the 6, $6.71. So obviously hoping for 1, 3, 6. 10 gets the money back.
Yeah.
Glad he was stressed.
All right, so let's get Santa Anita up here. So we're in race 3, and Justin? Why don't you give me your pick 4 here?
Yeah, so it was the first leg was a $54 ticket. The first leg was all to 1, 2, 6. No, 8.
2, 6. I'll get rid of the 8.
Oh, you're on last leg.
Justin Freezer, is it me?
Oh, it might be you. Can you hear me?
So I know, I can now.
Okay.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little bit choppy. Oh, Scott, did they? Yeah, so I'm 136.10, Scott.
All right.
Yeah, Gulfstream in the last. So you're on race 3? Leg 3. Leg 3 was
leg 3. Yeah.
All but 4-7. So no 4-7, but everybody else.
All right. Shoot.
And Oldy, down on the
windows here, and maybe that will free up the
bandwidth. You're okay right now.
Okay. And you were okay. So that was your.
Yeah.
Is that right? 126. Your $54.
Yep.
Okay. So with that one, we're on 1 all on the pick 4. We're live on my pick 5 at Golden Gate, and then we're live on your Gulfstream pick 5. And what did you have in those last 2 legs?
At Gulfstream, well, the single was the 4, and then in the last leg is 1. Yeah, at Gulfstream is single the 4, and then the last leg is 1, 3, 6, 10.
Okay. I'm just typing that down, and all right, we know what to wear now. Let me just check for Santa. Make sure that it's working for everybody. It looks like it's working to me. Okay.
Oldy, on the bottom, like you'll press hide. There's like a little box that shows, the little box that shows up kind of towards the bottom of your screen from StreamYard. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're a little bit choppy, but it's not awful. You might be able to maybe have one track at a time. Mr. Walsh, good to see you. I appreciate, and you're on mute, Chris, at the moment, but I appreciate you jumping in last minute, hanging with Oldy. The momentum's been good, so make sure you carry it along all the way into Low South through the weekend.
We'll give it a shot, that's for sure. It's been a good morning so far. Yeah,
it has. Like really great racing. I mean, and I love when EquinEdge users and coach hit big pick 5s like that. That's incredible. I always root for people to do that. And Razor, like, I hope that I can roll with you. I have no 8 here, but I hope I can get to the last leg with you in your Santa Anita pick 5, because that's going to pay really good.
I think the federal government coaches it as well.
Yeah. All right, Oldy, you good?
Yeah, they got their money first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
They got they got a $7,000 share, and they'd have to put anything into it.
Yeah, Steven, they're going to talk about it. All right. It's a pleasure, everybody. I love all of you. Hit big. I'll be around this weekend. Chris, Oldy, good luck. Keep it going. I'll have you on my second monitors. I'm in my meeting kind of watching along. I'll probably chime into chat. So good luck, all. I'll see you soon.
Thanks, Justin. Have a good one.
You too.
Thanks, Justin. All right, Chris, we're finally doing this.
Yeah, we are. What do we got coming up? Santa Anita? No, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We got Santa Anita coming up. Yeah, I can hear you fine. No echo this time.
Yeah, no echo. Nice. Well, it looks like the Mullins horse is getting bad. That's unfortunate. But that's the one I like at Santa Anita, the 6. See if we can pair that with a double.
Yeah, and so for the audience, Chris does a lot of doubles. He learned from one one of the people I call the double master. And that's Chris, if you want to talk a little bit about that, about our
Sure.
friend who does really well with doubles.
I don't remember what year he won it, but it was the year Vino Rosso won the Breeders' Cup at Santa Anita. Brad Anderson was the Breeders' Cup betting challenge, and their whole group, that's kind of along the lines of what they do. Their friend Drew that hit it this year, he had a couple of one nice double that got him up there, and then the bet on Malfat, and then of course going all in of 97,000 or whatever they put on Flightline, and that video is pretty cool of him watching the race and then just crumbling to the ground as Flightline was in the stretch and was going to win for fun.
Yeah. So if you were playing a double here, what would your double be?
I just click the button. It's going to be 6 with 3, 5, 6, 8. I didn't get a chance to go and
3,
have
5,
a
6,
look
8.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to go look at all of the will pays on here, or what the probables are here from the 6. Looks like 3 is paying around 35, 13, 39, and 36. So looks like the 6-5 combo is the favorite there. What do you got rolling here?
Interesting. I'm dead, but Justin has a very nice pick 4 here, and he caught the 2 in the last leg, so he had an all there, and now he's 1, 2, 6. So that's nice. Justin's pick 4 that we also gave 30% away to the listening audience or watching audience, however we want to say that. Justin's also live to the Gulfstream pick 5 to the final leg, to the 1, 3, 6, 10. And we are live in a 1-1 all pick 4 at Golden Gate, and the final 2 legs in the Golden Gate pick 5 as well. And so pretty decent entertaining day where we're alive to a lot of stuff, and there's things to be excited about, and I know people in the chat are alive as well. So and I do know there's lots of demand to talk mandatory payout tomorrow. My plan for this is to push that up to between this race and the final race in Gulfstream. We'll start that, and then that'll give us a little extra time as well. We'll take a couple spots to do that between races, and then we'll talk the low sell double pick 6 carryover as well.
Cool, sounds good. Yeah, the double carryover looks interesting. I gave it a look earlier today, but yeah, there could be a couple opportunities for some singles.
If I know you probably think that's gonna. If I know you, I know that you probably think that's going to pay more than the mandatory payout at Santa Anita.
Yeah, it could. I mean, the way Santa Anita's been running, I mean, what's going to hold, right? And we don't have the workout reports quite yet for Santa Anita for tomorrow. So we'll be kind of doing that blind. I'm sure there'll be a change or two by the time we get those out, either overnight or early in the morning. But yeah, it's definitely something to look at. I mean, we saw what happened yesterday with the Aqueduct. I mean, it chalked up that whole sequence, and it didn't really pay a whole lot.
Yeah.
And that was at 50.
Well, and we are Baffert
20.
Yes.
That definitely helps being Baffertless. I mean, it helps and it doesn't, right? Because if you had one standout and you can beat it, well, then you're going to get some value out of that. All right, going into the gate here, huh?
Get the sound on here.
All right,
can everybody hear that? Okay. And we'll need to know what Tony's alive at Aqueduct too as well. Honestly, that's the best part of the show is when everybody's alive to something and there's something to root for.
For sure.
And again, thank you to the Stronach Group and First Bet for allowing us to show these races live. Ooh.
Makes me wonder if these times are even right.
Yeah.
Because it looks like they're flying.
Come on.
Barrios is going to go inside. That's smart.
Here comes your 6.
Yeah. A lot of work going on up front. He's going to be a little short.
Oh.
Second. We're always good for second, aren't we?
Yep. Second-itis.
I didn't really have the 3 anywhere. It's Desormo too.
All right, we got 7 minutes to post to Gulfstream. We got 12 minutes to Golden Gate.
Gulfstream. What's everybody alive to there?
So Justin tickets alive to 13610, which if I take a quick look at the will pays, help if I hit the right button. Are pretty nice. So it's about 650 to the 1, 750 to the, well, no, I take that back, 550 to the 1. Yeah. Except for the 10.
Yeah.
So let's go anything else but the 10 out of the 13610. So we wanted to talk, everybody really wants to talk about the mandatory payout tomorrow. I did prepare something, so let me get that up here. Now that this ticket is no longer, and honestly, one of my favorite horses is not in the sequence. Scratch was cross-honored, but ended up is going in race 1, and that's the Chosen Vron. That would have been my single in this sequence if he had stayed in the last race. But so since it's a 20-cent ticket, I'm narrow in race 6 with the 5, and you'll see the morning line's not updated here. But if I show the 5 is beating 72s, going down the hill. I'm confident that in the 5 here, being able to go down the hill and carry through this as well. There are some other horses in here who have one going down the hill, but not from what I saw, not at that SOR level. Like for instance, you have 68 here on the 3. So I was looking at you got a single somewhere, you got to take some risks. It's to not be your morning line favorite, not in your top win percentage. But being your top SOR, I thought and being 2 of 3 going down the hill was the chance I wanted to take.
Eddie's
Any
new
thoughts
dream
on that, Chris?
Yeah, I can see your logic there.
Yes.
I mean, anytime you've got a horse that's got experience down the hill and it's won and has ran well on it, Gutierrez certainly knows how to ride the hill. That's for sure. The only other thing you could ask yourself is, how do you feel about the 2? That's another one that's gone down the hill and is getting Frankie.
Yeah, I mean, my issue with the 2 is that I think the 2 needs the lead, and the 2's not classy enough.
Yeah, it's one on the lead for a lot. You're right. I mean, the strength of race on it's a 61. It's 10 points below the 5, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
And of course, the other one to look at is always got to look at the long shot, the 6.
But yeah, no, I could see it.
6 is dropping. 6 is also
I could
down
see
the hill.
if the 3, yeah, but against 60s.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I landed on the 5. I think if you were to see the 3 and the 6 scratch here, maybe the 2 could wire. It's possible.
Yeah.
There's no real late kick horse here that I like. Yeah.
Back in the day, these races used to be worth $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. There used to be $1 million one for the Florida. It was a Florida versus California breds for this particular day, but that has since gone by the wayside. Yeah, I mean, if you want to take a shot with the 5, I mean, you can't argue with that. What? Let's see. Leg 1, you do have the 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Leg 1, I thought was a spread. Leg 3, and that's until I get the workout report to it. I'll put something out tomorrow on Twitter once I get the workout report and can really dig into especially these maiden legs. I was narrow in leg E. I could go wider, but and if the 2 were to scratch out of here or the 4, one of them might be a single as well. The other option here would be to take the 1 and pray here, but I don't think the 1's going to get the distance. That's a huge GSR drop. That's cheap. It looks like cheap speed to me on the front, and then everybody else is bunched up. And your classiest horses here are the 2 and the 4, which are also your top win and top EE picks in order, and your top 2 GSR horses. And with the exception of the 3, your top SOR.
What's interesting, and you've got it on the right screen there, is that this race, the 7th race, that there's nobody has run the distance before.
Yep.
Not a single horse. I mean, you go to Lifetime.
Well, these
and,
are 3-year-olds. These are horses.
Yeah. Still, I mean, you've got one with 7
these are
races.
horses
You would
that just turned 3.
You would have expected somebody would have ran it at some point in time, but this is the first one.
Well,
the other thing that's interesting is
the Peter Miller horse, the 4, it has turns at least.
Yeah, true. And it won at Los Al. That is a good sign as well. Those this is one of the angles I do look forward to, is running on the Los Al at 8 furlongs. That's the longest stretch in North America. So if you've got a good horse that can make that long of a sustained drive, and they can carry that over to Santa Anita, they're usually really tough. But also, it's interesting is they kicked off the pick 6 with two races
I'm going to pull Gulfstream up here.
You don't see that too often.
I'm just making sure that Gulfstream isn't going off yet, because I did notice it was at 0 minutes to post the.
Does Justin have the 8 here?
The ticket there, and Justin has 13610.
13610. Looks like they named the 8 after.
And then,
the Ravens.
Yeah, and I thought that race 8 was a spread race, and we'll go into this in more detail after Golden Gate and Gulfstream. But we can pick a. We've done 3 legs, so we'll do the next 3 and the next gap of time here.
Sounds good.
Hey, and if there's a round, Razor, did you have the? Are you still alive at Santa Anita? And maybe he's not around. Hold on. It's my first time having to see how to get rid of the spam people.
Oh, yeah. Those folks. All right, they got a couple.
Any thoughts on exotic here? Any thoughts on
like
the try or an exotic here?
I like the 1 a bit. Let's see what the system says here.
And Chuck says he's alive to the 1-3-10 on the pick 4 there.
I think Justin said the 3 was a little sneaky here.
Taking 1. Let's see. So maybe like a 1-3 over 1-3-5-6 over 1-3-5-6-10 try, something like that. Or you can throw the 9 out or the 2 in there as well. I don't know.
I just singled it in a ticket generator on the 1 in first. It came $12 budget for $1 base. 1 3 4 10. 1 3 4 10 3 4 5 6 10.
Nice. Let me see if I can. Well, we're waiting here. If we can do that. Because I do not need 2 Golden Gate screens there. So you said you played a $1 base.
Yeah. It was $1 base, 1 over 3 4 10 over 3 4 5 6 10.
What was the amount of the
$12
ticket?
$12.
Just so I can put that up for everybody. So unfortunately I had, let me clear my, I thought the 4 was sneaky here. So that, you said you had 1 3 10, was that right?
1 3 4 10 3 4 5 6 10.
Oh, say you singled the 1. Okay.
Yeah. Seems like they're back to the post-time drag.
Yeah, they're giving Tampa and Charlestown a run for their money. But, you know, they are trying to get as much money into that super high 5 pool.
Yeah. There, I just posted it in the chat.
All right, thank you. Well, we're almost there.
All right.
Did you see the video of, I want to say it was of a novice rider riding Animal Kingdom, I think it was. That was out on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
There was another good one I saw on Twitter. I don't remember the horse's name, but he was out at a farm with another horse in the paddock, and the other horse took off running, and he took off running. And the horse is like 33 years old and looked great. Those are cool.
It reminds me a little bit of the pizza man story. After they tried to make him a pony, and he would take horses to the gate and he would try to load himself.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, it's a slow process here. Let's see what else.
I might have to pull. I'm looking at Golden Gate. That might go off first. What do we want to watch, guys? Let's see. Yeah, Golden Gate's going first.
Yeah, they're gonna jump any minute.
Come on.
I assume we're trying to beat the 6, or?
Sorry, guys. Getting copy here.
You alive here, Oldy?
Yes. Hold on, I'm pulling up my ticket.
2.
I am 1 through 4, 6 here.
1 through 4, 6.
So the 5's going to win.
Well, you want the race to stop right now.
Well, it did, apparently. Because the video went out.
Well, I can tell you that the 3 has a short lead over the 2. The 6 is being shoved along. The 3 looks like he might be loaded.
Yeah.
The 5's in the back. 3 went a little wide. Give the 2 some clearance room. 6 is not going to win this race.
3 did us a little bit of a favor by.
Yeah, get the 2.
Get this back. Wow, they still haven't loaded a Gulfstream.
Yeah, they're probably telling everybody we're not running this race.
They're really going for the Charlestown record there.
Yeah, they want the super high 5 to be 10,000. So it reminds me of what Santa Anita used to do.
But I think seeing. Go ahead. I think people want to see the race more than they want to see me, so I'll fix the camera afterwards.
Santa Anita used to do that back in the day with their $1 million guarantees. Like, we're not loading until you people put another 20 grand in here. How good was Coach's ticket today, huh?
Oh, yeah. That's everything you're not supposed to do, though. Going 2 by 2 by 2.
Sometimes it works.
And of course, the 10's a little fractious there.
Mm-hmm. 10's going to have to boogie out of the gate. And
he did.
Yeah. I hate this view. There we go. Thank you.
I like the way your wand's running right now.
Yeah, he's going to come around wide. This 8 out of the way. Oh, look at the 2,
Wow.
the 3, and the 5. We're all jacked up. The 1's going to win.
Hold. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
1, 5, 8. I think I missed the try there. Yeah.
Yeah.
The second, no, third. There should be some sort of inquiry, I would imagine, but
Yeah.
it's Gulfstream.
Was it I think
it wasn't Irad,
10.
so. Was it the 10 that tried to jam himself in there?
I thought it was, but.
Well, boom for Justin. He hits the pick 5 there, right?
Yep. And I think that was like 550, 560. And that's 3 people who also, I think Nate was, who we all know pretty well as well, was one of the people who was who won that share. So that's what, $50 for tuning into the show, I guess, and retweeting.
Yeah, I paid $11.17.30 for $1, so half that.
Yeah.
Beats the 10, that's for sure.
Definitely. Wow, that 4 just broke sideways. Oh, that was like a quarter horse start there.
Mm-hmm.
And the 10 trying to come over. Yeah, it looks like there might have been several places where the 10 could have been disqualified.
Yeah, not a bad ride for Asias, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And our
I guess we'll have
Antonio
somebody keep their eye on whether that goes to an inquiry. And let's see, we got 8 minutes to Santa Anita, so we can go back to talking the pick 5 here, or pick 6, I mean, for tomorrow.
And let me
and usually you and I have some disagreements, so I'm waiting to hear where I'm wrong, and I bet it's going to be in that 5th leg.
I'm looking at your ticket now. Is the chosen Vaughn, is he scratched for sure? He's out?
Yes, yeah, there were scratches. So the 5 is scratched in leg 4, the 4 in leg 5, and the 3 in leg 6. So Chosen Vaughn's running in the first race of the day against the same horses he's beaten 2 in a row, but at a shorter distance, only 6 furlongs. Because I'm the Chosen Vaughn's biggest fan, so I on top of that.
I'm right there with you. I like the Chosen Vaughn as well. I just wonder why they decided to go there instead of stick with the turf. It's more money.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Tougher
they didn't
field.
Yeah, it might be a tougher field. Might have been the distance too, even though I think he'd rather go a route. Maybe 9 furlongs is just too long. I don't know. I think 6 furlongs possibly is a little shorter than he wants, but the horse has won stakes races at all kinds of distances, so as well as on the turf and on the dirt.
So the 5th leg, you're what, 6, 7, 8 here?
Yeah, so
Is that
let's
the one you want to talk about?
Well, let's talk about the fourth leg too, where I'm spread.
Okay.
You know, you would tell me I should drop the 8 here. If I not at 42%, you know, with that I don't love here. This horse looks like a money burner to me. And I would consider, if you needed to shrink your budget and you wanted to drop a favorite, this is where I'd probably do it.
Yeah, I can see your point, but you got to remember tomorrow's a different set of circumstances than on a regular day, right? So you've got the carryover with all the dead money in there. You know, these are all stakes races as well. So having a fair amount of favorites and not just trying to toss one just to toss it to try and beat it.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's see. Sell the Dream, Brian Corner, Flavian Pratt. What are they hitting at? That's the first time Pratt's riding for Corner?
I believe so. And this horse is 1 of 6 lifetime.
And he's off the 4. He's off the Ryan Hansen horse, who picks up the Tory. So,
but
and
Hansen
he rode that horse to victory last out.
And you do have a slight GSR drop on the 4.
Mm-hmm.
But
you were what here? 5, 6, 7, 8?
No, so that's the next leg. I am 1, 6. Hold on, it'll be easier to read it from here. 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. I thought this leg was pretty wide open, and I have some notes on the 6 here. I mean, it's a big step up in class for the 6.
I guess the first thing I'd ask you is why are you tossing Hernandez? What don't you like about quickly park it?
So and this may be a case where I ticket generated this and I did not catch this, but I thought the GSR looks great on this horse, but the horse hasn't really run all that well. Step slow on a speed favoring turf course might not be the right play, and I prefer Hernandez a little closer to the pace too.
Yeah, it's been working at Santa Anita, but hasn't run here. Winner at Del Mar with Jessica Pfeiffer. Went up north. Went up north. Won a minor stakes up there.
And then went up to a grade 3. I mean, I could see adding this horse. I was trying to play within the $200 budget there. But if I were going to do that, I would all this race then.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely could see that. I mean, if you wanted to jump the favorite here and you wanted to add the 7, that wouldn't be the end. That wouldn't be the end of the world either. But you know, I haven't gone and watched the replays on the 8 yet, but I definitely see your point. It's what, going from a 10% win percentage to gets 42 here.
Yeah.
Strength of race is good. It should be sitting right off the pace. You've got top win percentage. GSR is a little short. That's the other thing. The top GSR on the 7.
Yeah. And I will say, I wish I had like a pointer here. Because one of the things that one type of horse I don't like is a horse that gets the lead and then gets caught, because that horse tends to do that multiple times typically in what I've seen. It does get Pratt though, and you know, Pratt could make the difference of that half a length there, just with a better trip.
Pratt is a gigantic upgrade from Studio.
Yeah. No, I agree. I 100% agree. And your option then there may be, you know, you could also single the 8 there, but I think there are other good horses here and other horses with a shot.
They're loading at Santa Anita.
All right, thank you. I don't think we're alive to anything, but there we go. Looks like a beautiful day, even though I think they're supposed to get rain most of next week too.
Oh, Karen Headley and Frankie Dettori. A little Little win price show bet there. Remember Karen? She takes care of us at Del Mar in the summers.
Yeah. All right. So what's the what horse is that?
The 7.
The 7. I'm not going to get it in time. Yeah, I didn't get that in time.
Broke well.
Yep.
Frankie will probably just sit off of the Miller horse. Yep. See if he's got any horse at the end.
Yep.
One's running well too.
He's got horse.
Yeah, he does. Starting to fade a little bit.
Yeah.
3 slowing down.
Drift him out wide. And who do you like?
What do you like here?
Come on. Come on, hold. Hold.
Oh man, you got like a jillion horses to wire. He'll be out of the money.
Yeah. Chief Inspector Clouseau. One of my favorite movie characters.
He ain't Cruel Jack. Isn't that the guy that named the that horse rudely after Ken Rudolph?
I'm not aware of that.
About somebody else. Yeah. Not this horse, but another one.
Yeah. No, and even my teenage son loves the Peter Sellers Pink Panther movies.
Oh yeah, those are great.
That stuff that has stood the test of time, as we're talking about Clouseau. All right, now we have a gap to Golden Gate. Let's finish up here. Let's go to race 5, which is not a stakes race.
You mean race 9? Yeah, race 9.
Lag 5.
It's odd it's odd that they didn't have a stakes race here. All right, so race 9. Now you got 2 back-to-back races with 40% plus horses on the 8s. 8s are wild.
Yep. And this could go really chalky. And I should point out that Santa Anita, these mandatories either are huge bombs or they're typically sub $1,000 tickets. So you have to, or payout. So you have to make a decision on how you want to play this. The 7 I thought was really sneaky here. His wins over 2 wins over 50s. I think this horse can rate a little bit. Gets DeSormo. Hopefully you get the good DeSormo ride, not the insanely idiotic DeSormo ride. And you never know really which one you're going to get either.
You're 6 through 8 here?
I'm 6 through 8 here. I did not like the 5 top GSR. But I just thought the 5 was cheap.
Yeah, he's cheap, and he just broke his maiden last out.
Yep, and did it as a heavy favorite. But I do know a lot of people will play this horse because it's 8-1 on the morning line and 25%. And if I was playing a wider ticket, I would definitely use this horse. I was just trying to put a budget together that was reasonable for the group.
Yeah. The 7 is interesting, though, isn't it? I mean, you just mentioned that. I mean, you got DeSormo. Hess has been doing all right. Kent rode the horse last out, so that's kind of I mean, I know it was back in early December, but still, he may have figured something out on him. This will be another one that'll be interesting to get the workout report on. and really kind of dive into that and see how the 7 looks.
Well, and I think the race 4, leg 4 and leg 3 are going to be the same way, because those are 3-year-olds that just turned 3. So those are basically 2-year-old workout reports that you're going to want to take a look at and see, and somebody was asking us, I think, what do you look at in the workout report? You want to see if the horse has to take pressure to achieve that time, how it's working against its mate, things like that as well. And as well as you want somebody who you trust rating that workout as well. Wouldn't you agree with that? Let me see if I can get my camera.
Absolutely. When we look at the workout reports, depending on which ones you're using, you definitely want to see how they're working. You want to see what the whoever's observing it, what their comments are and whatnot. So those are all good things. And then you compare that to EE, like we've always talked about. There are multiple different tools that folks can use, to find winners or find runners that are going to come on underneath. And workout reports exactly serve that purpose, especially in maiden races. Those are invaluable.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing you could ask yourself, okay, as you've gone through the card here, if you get to race 9, the 5th leg, is this one of the ones where one of the jockeys not named Pratt or Hernandez or Dettori, is this one of the ones that they win? Because a lot of all the other races, right, are all stakes, and then you spread in the last
possibility.
A little bit.
I mean,
1, 2, 6, 8, 9.
1, 2, 6, 8, 9 there.
Yeah, this is another good one too, right? Where
I'm thinking my camera is causing a problem here, so let me just look at my.
That's that background. Your machine doesn't like it. The last is interesting because it's got the clustered win percentages. Like you've got the clustered win percentages.
And that's going to be another one.
5 double-digit horses.
And I tossed one of them. I thought the 5 was the weakest. I thought that this group is too good for the 5. So I tossed 5, even though it's 22% and gets Dettori.
Yeah, that's another massive jock upgrade from what this horse had on it before. But yeah, it's run 6 times, 3 for 3. What's it got? A crappy sore? Yeah, at the bottom. But these are all Calbreds.
Running against weaker, is stretching out a little bit too. Yep.
Lasix off as well.
Make it a Calbred.
Is there any heats in here?
The one I thought was interesting here. What'd you say?
I was just looking for unusual heats, the 6.
Yeah, I think the 1 is really dangerous here. Yeah, and if you click through here, the 9, was facing better, but maybe the 9's a horse that you can drop to here, even though it is Joe Bravo on the turf.
Ooh, I don't like that. But I do see your point in terms of running in a 40 and a 50 in the last 2 and really not doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
3 for 24.
And then the 2's the long shot, is only 4%, but taking a similar step up in class as the 5, but actually has been winning both on dirt and on grass. And slight GSR drop is a Vronsky, just like the Chosen Vron. And Vronskys do very well with in these Calbred Stakes races, especially on the turf.
What number was the Vronsky?
The 2.
The 2? Yeah.
Yeah, it's up on the screen right now too.
2 last.
I think the 2's 2-4.
You've got
last 4 in a row for the 2.
Yeah. Slight GSR drop, but you've got it on the ticket, right?
Yep.
I would leave it. I could see exactly what you're saying about dumping the 9.
Yeah, I mean, maybe dump the 9, you keep the 2 there, and you add the 5 because of Dettori. But you know, I would be perfectly fine going forward with it, depending the workout report. And like I said, I'll put a ticket out, a screenshot of a ticket out on Twitter tomorrow once I have the workout reports and can look at who's not working well and who might be a paper tiger if this thing's going to pay.
What were your thoughts on the 7?
On the 7, okay.
Get some Berto.
I mean, I'm looking here. Didn't run on the turf here at this distance against 64 SOR. Didn't really run. You know, seems like maybe a mile against 58s is its best distance, even though the GSR doesn't indicate that.
Yeah, we'd have to go back and look at the DRF PPs too and see how it's done against Cowbreds. I mean, you've got the 2 state bred races, the real whatever that one at Del Mar was. Didn't seem to run real well there. Probably doesn't want to be trapped down inside.
Well, and also that was against 72s going 1 turn.
Yeah.
And the other state bred, it did win at Golden Gate.
It did win going 2 turns as well. So on the turf back in May, right before the Derby. Doesn't seem to get a lot of trouble. I mean, the jock upgrade here, you know, that might really be the key there. The horse may not have it, but I would guess this horse hits the board, right? I mean, he at least runs 3rd or 4th if you're playing tries or supers.
Well, let's look at the pace setup because it looks like that horse needs a pace setup. And there does not appear to be a lot of pace here. I mean, the 6 could potentially, if the 2 were to scratch, the 6 might be a threat at 15-1 to wire this field. That would be my only concern is I think the 7, but then again, I'm using the 8 and the 9 there, and they're going to need a pace setup as well.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the play here is to drop this 8. Well, maybe not this 8, but drop the 9 and use the 7.
Yeah, I would say so, depending on what the workout report says.
Yeah. All right, so let's just do that.
I mean, he hasn't trained at Santa Anita. Well, or he hasn't had work. I'm sure he's been training down there. Yeah, 1 minute till.
Let me check Golden Gate here.
1 minute.
All right, and we are alive to Justin's alive to all. So, and that ticket I believe got given away, but I'm not positive. Justin is alive to all. They're pretty decent payouts
6,
for.
He wants the 6, the 3 or the 6.
Yeah, you don't want the 7. Huh? And then I'm alive to the 1, 4, 5, 7 and the pick 5.
1, 4, 5.
So I want the 1 or the 5.
This is that pick 4 that he played, right?
I mean,
this is that.
Yeah, he went 1-1, so
single, all. I love those tickets. Those are fun.
Yes, that I was going to say that sounds like a Chris Walsh ticket to me.
Yeah, those are great.
And,
I even like pick 4s where you single and go all everywhere. Hit your one horse. That's the one that I got at what was it, Lone Star last year. Singled a big that one in the mud that had like a 40-point GSR jump.
And Justin was lamenting the loss of Sam Houston. I think we both are as well.
Yeah, I saw so much
we
tweeted
played
that
a lot of
he
Sam
was
Houston.
looking. I see so much tweeted that he was looking forward to play Sam Houston tonight. And like, well, they're running during the day, first of all, and second of all, nobody can bet on it unless you live in Texas or Canada.
Well, and I will tell you, on our Parks mandatory that we had he not given out that 10, with that ticket pays a lot more money, because I saw others that wound up hitting off the ticket he gave.
Mm-hmm.
There were at least 6 or 7 I saw posted on.
It's so annoying when you find something like that and then you go
like still played
Twin
pretty well.
Spires or TV. Yeah. It's so annoying when you find something good like that and then you go to Twin Spires or whatever your ADW is, and their expert pick has got that as their first pick, and it's like, well, there go the odds. The red light is on.
Oh, Justin played it for $2.
Oh. All right.
Which it was a $20 ticket, so.
Boy, the 4, man, he was scrubbing on that real early. You've got the 1 and the 5 here, Mike?
1, 4. Hold on. I am 1, 4, 5, 7.
Okay. And now go 1. Boy, 7's going to go super wide.
Mm-hmm.
5 wants to get out. Come on, 1, hang on.
Come on, 5, 7.
Yeah. Well,
it was a profit.
Yeah. Justin had that for $2, $20 ticket.
$21 ticket. He had it for $2, so he
186.
160. Is that what? Yeah.
Yeah, 83 times 2. Plus a couple of dimes.
Yep. And then for me, 270, 280, 290 on a 120.
Not bad.
1 was there. Justin's.
You want to look at?
Justin's paying attention to us and not his call.
You want to look at the. You want to look at Los Al, the double carryover tomorrow night?
Yep. Let me get this off my screen. And I think we still have the Santa Anita last leg. I don't think we're live to anything, but we'll show that. And let me
12 minutes.
Pull up my ticket and get ready to take your ticket for Los Al as well. All right, I'm on the wrong day.
All right.
So I did a little bit of work here. I'm not the level of quarter horse handicapper you are.
Yeah, well, I mean, the ones that I struggle with the most here are the. I struggle with the first two legs because it's you've got the traditional hook race at 4.5 furlongs, and then you've got the 1,000-yard stuff. Those are the ones that always I try and get to, like, how can I get out of those first two legs and then get to the late pick four? Because if you can get out of those first two legs with the win on your pick six ticket, then you gives you some options at the dollar pick four level. Who did you like in the first two?
Do you have a ticket put together that I can put up on the screen or not yet?
I didn't put anything together yet. A lot of times
I was spread here in the first two.
So one of the things I like to do with
first two. I thought.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, we're the same. We are the same in the last two. 6-6. I like that.
I thought
for the last two.
Yeah. If there was a 6 in race 7, we could have 6-6-6. There is, but he's 20 to 1. Yeah, I mean, I just thought there were a couple horses like that. This 3 here has been facing much, much better than this group. I mean, that's a 78 SOR, beat a 68. And now it's going to go in against 56s. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I mean, suspicious, but unless we hear something, I think you have to single that horse there, because, what are you going to do? Play this 4? Who's, losing against horses that what is this 3? And then
yeah,
I agree. 6-6. I mean, here there's just if the pace number's right and these horses break, the 6 is the outside horse there, 6 is the outside horse here. You should be able to stay out of start trouble.
Yeah, and like I said, if you can get out of the first two legs, you can play a pick 4 against your pick 6 to a certain extent, and leverage the no 6s in the last two. But let's go to leg 1 for a minute, and I'll give you a little something here. So plug in.
Try to catch a price here. Go ahead.
Plug in like $16. That's usually where I like to start with these, and then start adding. I mean, the system likes the 2 and the 3 in leg 1. The 2 is, Milton Pineda has been running really well. Not just at Los Al at night, but he's, won more of his fair share of races at Del Mar and Santa Anita recently too. Decent job.
You wanted me to zero these legs out and plug in $16?
Yeah. If you click that little button that says clear.
Hold on, I got to clean up the. Hold on one sec.
But one thing I will tell you is that I think for me, it's going to be figuring out leg 2, because you've got, I don't know if I've seen a run happy horse run at Los Al at night, but there is one. And there's 2 horses that are both 99s. So the question is whether or not you just take 2 of those and go with the speed, or do you just toss them both and try and beat them from off the pace? That move has been working. There was last Saturday, I think the longest shot on the board won the first race from, not from the clouds, but from back, because everybody went too fast.
Yeah. And this 2 is dropping.
Going to do that.
In leg 1. So if you if you wanted to go super cheap and try 4 singles, or go a
No,
little.
but what I usually do is
there.
that's what I'll start with. That's what I'll start with is start with the $16 budget and then start figuring out who are you going to add, who are you dropping, and so on and so forth. But I think like I said, the second leg really is kind of the one that, for at least for me, will determine which direction am I going to go. Am I going to stick with the speed? Do I go 6-3-5, take the top 3 win percentages, and then get beat by the 1?
I think you have to use all 4 if you're going to use any of them.
Yeah. And then get beat by the 2, the long shot.
I don't know. Maybe the 4 is 4 can't. 4 is cheap. Let's look at the long shot here. I mean, maybe you do get beat by the 2 there. Maybe the 2 is. Maybe you have to use the 2 there. I mean, I keep seeing Fractious step slow, but at least this horse has been running against similar.
Mm-hmm.
No different than the 1 for. The 5 hasn't really been running well against this level. In fact, I would compare these results to those results, and the price is much better on the 2 than the 5. I mean, at one point somebody did.
Wish they had rolling doubles.
At some point, somebody did think something of the 5, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed one. You snuck one more in on me here. There we go. Come on. Get rid of that left one. Is it still showing up there?
Yeah.
How about now?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. I will say this 5, somebody thought something of this horse so that they placed it against 62s at low sell at night. Or not at night, during the day, I mean. But I'm not convinced this horse can rate at all.
It sure doesn't look like it, right? Looks like it's one way.
9 to 5. 9 to 5. I mean, it's not in the top EE picks.
The 3, 5, and 6 could just go all out all the way around. I mean, it wouldn't be surprising that these races are run like that, and set it up for the 2 to come from off the pace.
The 2 is 1 for 11 at this distance, though. I know you prefer horses that are more 24 or 1 for 30.
Yeah.
Especially to single. Those are your favorites.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh yeah, thank you, Daniel. Please hit the likes, guys.
Well, you got 2 minutes to Santa Anita. I mean, I'm sure we'll throw something out on Twitter tomorrow for this, but I'm guessing we'll stick with the 6-6. I'll probably watch some replays tonight and see what those 2 speed horses, the 6 and the 3. I mean, again, how many times you've seen a run happy at night? Is there some kind of mattress Mac run happy wins at low sal at night gets a bonus? Or do they do away with all that?
I think you should suggest that to Mattress Mac.
I'll send him a tweet.
One other thing, after we finish Santa Anita, I will give out my my golden hour ticket for tonight as well.
Cool.
I think there's an excellent single in that sequence, and there's a a note in the workout report. I still have it on the ticket, but I'd be very careful of the Baffert in the last. The workout report is not good, and Baffert does not put. You know my theory pretty well, Chris. Baffert does not put good horses in for a tag.
No, never.
So
I forget what was the Baffert move. It was the Baffert move we cashed in on that was like 1 for 30 last year. You remember?
I think it was actually 2 years ago. It was on a mandatory. No, it wasn't on a mandatory. I think we single chosen Vron on that. But it was Baffert going from sprint to route or route to sprint. I can't remember which one.
That's right. That's
and he was 0 for 38 or something like that. And we caught the one time that and I think he's been successful since then doing that. But
I remember that. All right.
I'll also, for everybody, I'll put my Daniel J. You want to know how you get my Twitter account? Mine is really easy. I'm the Oldy Capper. Just one word, the Oldy Capper. It's OLDY. And you can find me. I will, if you follow me, I'll immediately follow you back too. Love the interaction. Chris can tell you, I love the group chats. We also, if anybody's interested, we have a great group chat going on WhatsApp for both the show and just talking horses and playing tickets and stuff like that. So, if you're interested in that, I'll throw that out on Twitter again as well. And it's not about necessarily what we're playing. It's about all of us playing together and the social aspect, because, the difference between sitting here watching races yourself and having some social aspect to it, like you would at the track, that's what we're trying to emulate a little bit. And I will say that was Chris's idea too. Chris is the godfather of the horse playing bet share chat.
Yes, definitely join the chat. There's a lot of good people on there, a lot of good interaction. You should enjoy it. Who did you like here at Santa Anita, Oldy?
Tony, I'll send you a link. Or I'll put it. It's also, if you're on the EVIP Facebook, I'll post the link again for the WhatsApp chat there as well.
Who did you like here, Oldy?
Well, I'll tell you, I was spread here, but Justin and our friend Razor both really like the 8. And I think that the 8's a price here too, if I saw that correctly.
Full of grace. This is another guy that goes back and forth between LaSalle
and 7-1. He needs to be careful with that one.
One gray in a field of all bay horses.
He really needs to be careful with that.
I think the 5 might be gone.
I think the 5's gone, yeah.
Yeah, he's gone. Nobody alive in the pick 5?
No. A Razor might have been, but he was single to the 8 there. So.
Well, the 8 was only
And
paying
not
100
a bad.
was paying the pool. If you had the 5, that's a coach tick. That's a coach hit. That's like what, 34, 35,000, 33,000.
Well, for all we know, Coach did have that. But
he might have.
Yes.
All right, you want to take a look at your
I mean, if you singled the bookend 5s there, you probably could have gotten there. All right, let me
5 and 5.
close this out. Yeah, if you singled the 5 and 5, you probably got there. And we talk about playing tickets and EquinEdge and all that stuff. You have the two and Chris, you do a great job of this. You have the ticket generator. Go back and look at sequences too, because you can learn a lot from looking at how you could have hit something and or sequences you didn't play that paid well, and you can see how those were hit, and you can see the type of horses that win there too.
Yeah, what was the one this past week? I think it was like a $9 ticket that paid a ton because it singled that the price horse.
Yep. And that's my golden hour. The single.
Hey, you're right. You're right, Oldie. You're right about the singling the 5. If I put your 120 budget in and bookend the 5s, it hits for $105.
Yeah, and sometimes there are 2 singles you can find, and if you can find that, just like Justin's $2 pick 4 at Golden Gate, you find the 2 good chalks. It lets you spread across all the other chalks, and the ticket generator can do that work for you as well. So golden hour, my single is first primo. One time at the distance on the synthetic, been running against better on turf, but is a good synthetic horse. Jonathan Wong. I don't particularly think much of the rest of this field. I know it's only 29%, but I think that this horse has a really good shot to land as a single and open up the rest of this ticket.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with you there. You can look at the 8. Yeah, that's another trainer. Tamayo does really well up there as well, but he's stepping up in class. He didn't run really too well up there. Broke his maiden for Ken on the dirt at Emerald. I mean, he could be coming into form a little bit. This is what, 4th off. Was there any workout information on this one that was any good?
I mean, that December 3rd, I don't have the workout report up right now, but that December 3rd workout is pretty decent. But this is another horse also I talk about how I don't like when they get caught like this, and this was against weaker. Look, I don't think that horse wins a kicking contest between the 8 and the 3 if it comes down to
it. Kicking contest, I like that.
Well, that's a bad term for horses because that's how you get hurt, is a horse kicking contest, or the horse kicking you contest, I should say.
Trust me, I've been kicked by a horse a number of times. It does not feel good.
I'm trying to think. There was a horse last week. I will say, this horse stops every time, but the 4 has some massive works. I don't think it goes gate to wire. I think it stops like it always does, but just pointing that out.
So the 6, here, the 6 is, I've got the workout report up looking at it now. There's no workout reports on the 6, but it does have one of the more faster closing figs. I'm not saying that you could single the 6 by any stretch, but the 6 might be, this is one thing that I think is really cool about the golden hour, especially when you've got the dollar base for the pick 4, and then the late double is $5, but $5. What do you have? What do you have for the last leg? 1, 2.
The last leg I could drop that Baffert. That's the 4. Oh, not the 4. Where was it? I know I'm on the wrong race. I'm on I'm thinking the last at Santa Anita. This is the last at Golden Gate.
Yeah.
So I am spread here. And I think that the win percentages are pretty spread here too.
Yeah.
And you know,
it's not a bad ticket. I mean, you know how I hate single the chalk. I mean, I just despise that because it requires you to hit that to, like you say, open up things in other places. But if you get multiple chalks, then you know you kind of lose a little bit of a value there. But
and I might consider adding this 3 as well. Here, second time starter, 7%, 61 GSR. I don't know if there's a workout report on that horse.
Which one?
The 3 in the last at Golden Gate.
3 in the last at Golden Gate. There is. And I'll read to you what it says. Let me just scroll down to the works.
Yeah.
Boom,
Ghostface. Nice.
Stars. Somebody hit something good.
It looks like Ghostface hit something nice at he's been talking about how he's hot at Oaklawn, and he beat a 1-5 fave in the pick 4 using E.
Nice. So the 3, Hallelujah Baby, that's the one you want to talk about, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Finished 9th back on December 10th in a maiden special at 5.5, cuts back to 5. It had good works going into it, and day after Christmas it worked. 3 stars, no comments. Yeah, but certainly one that can blow up. I mean, when you hit that one for 10 grand, what did you hit? Like 3 numbers and 1 fave, I think, and you dropped a couple of faves.
Yeah, no, I played 2 by 2 by spread by, or it was 2 by spread by 2 by spread.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the Baffert I'm talking about, I believe it's this horse. Yeah. Yeah, there's some not good notes. When it turns from home, it lurches out and loses all of its momentum. It was doing that even in the workout on December, I think on the 29th in the report. I mean, the times are fast, but it's noted in the report that the times are actually, the horse runs slower than indicated and was easily beaten by its workmate. So I expect that horse to get over bat. The question is, if I do this and then come and add my 3 here, I keep my price the same. And the way I look at these dollar pick 4s is I look at them as a 50-cent ticket. And, you know, even though I'm paying 120, it's really a $60 50-cent ticket.
Sure.
And that's how I try to select that budget is just it's double what I would normally play here. And I just didn't think I could go down to 2. If I could go 2 by 2, and I thought I could in race 1 at Santa Anita, I would, but I don't love any of these horses. And, you know, you have the possibility that this 2, who I think is pretty cheap, but this too could possibly wire this group too, or could not break at all. And it's really a tough call there. But, the 2 does have a significant pace advantage. Justin would probably be yelling at me for not using that horse.
Yeah, I can see that. You're going to put that one out?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll put it out on Twitter, and I appreciate you taking the time to sit in for Justin this last hour and 20 minutes as well. And
yeah,
you've been a great guest and guest host. I appreciate it.
Anytime, Oldy. Anytime you need me, I'm here for you.
And look on Twitter for the WhatsApp, and also I'll put it in EVIP, and I'll post the golden hour ticket. I might even add the 2 here. I'm going to look at the workout report on race 7 at Santa Anita and determine whether to add the 2 off that huge pace advantage.
All right.
Thank you very much, everyone. And one more comment, just to, if you haven't liked the show, please like the show, because that helps us in the algorithm that YouTube uses, as well as subscribe to the E channel as well. Thank you very much, everybody. Good day. We hit a pick 4 and 2 pick 5, so good day. And I know Justin will get those payouts out to people as well. Thank you.
And best of luck to everybody tomorrow in the mandatory. Yeah. Good luck.
And if anybody wants to talk about that too, we'll be around on the chats and on Twitter and everything like that. Thank you.
Yep. Have a good day.